YouTube. Let's see if I got it. Wow, that was a hammer. All right, perfect there. All right. I'm now about to check the YouTube.
Here's Walker, Stacy, Jamie, Sarah, Jolie.
They have to be profitable.
All right, here we go. Checking the YouTube, and then we'll get this. Welcome on YouTube and Facebook Live. We're doing some Peerless tonight. Hey, Nash. Nash, how much history did you do on Peerless? You got some printouts on that?
No printouts. Yeah, I got held up coming in tonight. I got stopped at a wreck for like 45 minutes. Dead stop. The road was blocked and everything.
You got some printouts on that?
But I can switch over from my Facebook, but I pull up the Peerless Distillery. Coming in tonight.
65
their backstory.
All right. Are we picking up feedback from someplace again? Does anybody
hear yourself on mine?
No, I cannot hear myself now. And what about you, Nash?
No.
Okay.
No feedback coming on my end.
All right, so good. I'll drop this right here for YouTube. I should just say welcome everybody like I do, because that gets it going. Feel free to comment.
Yes.
There we go. We are loaded on YouTube, and I'm just gonna more report it like that. I'm pretty much on. We're on. We've got Facebook. We're monitoring. Sarah Evans was John's here. Was Todd? Never had Peerless, but I've heard it's good. Yeah, we definitely maybe when I Todd, maybe when I send the samples tonight, I can send when I send up the barrel pick, the Lillian Sinclair, I can send a sample of some Peerless. So welcome everybody to the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. I'm going to quick do shameless plugs for our sponsor, but tonight we've got Mat Lysen from Cleveland on the Rocks. You got to check him out. He does a great spirits podcast. We are talking about, I don't know, I've seen you do beer, I've seen you do all the different liquors, but do you do wine too, Matt, or do you just leave yourself out of wine?
So basically, I do wine tastings and build charcuterie boards for my mom and my aunts and like all the women in my family because they like wine. I have a wine rack over there now. Since the last time you guys been here, I put a wine rack in over here. I make charcuterie boards with meat and cheeses. We drink a lot of wine too, though. Not really on
the podcast.
We don't do any videos on it, but
well, that's what I meant, like on videos on it. But you should do like once a quarter a wine drinking with a movie. Like you just put the watch a movie while you and your friends are drinking wine. I would find that freaking entertaining as I'm not going to swear in the first 5 seconds of this video. Okay.
There's probably 150, 200 bottles of wine back there.
Yeah, but you don't even drink wine anymore.
Dude, I do every now and then when we go out to me and my wife go out to dinner. I'll have a glass of wine with her.
Out to dinner. Not. So, do you bring your own bottles with you?
we do when we go on trips.
Yeah. Okay.
But I bring my own bottles of bourbon too.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I just don't ever see you getting shit faced on the balcony and on a bunch of wine.
No. Not anymore.
See, there's nothing wrong with the ice wines. The ice wines are solid. Like I'll drink those all day long. I'll have a glass next to my.
So there you go.
Well, I would say,
I started out.
All right.
Napa Valley.
Oh, they got everything.
And her are real big into it, and so that's how I sort of got into bourbon was through them because they were Maker Mark ambassadors.
Yeah.
came out and said, "Hey, come up to Maker's Mark." Okay, and then they unleashed a monster, as you can see. Super Nash
Yeah. Anyways,
was born.
all right. So everybody, our sponsors, I got to just do this for YouTube and Facebook. Our Whiskey Thief Distilling Company. Walter Zausch is the owner out there. He's got 2 locations. His Whiskey Thief Distilling Company there in Frankfort, Kentucky. It's a barrel pick all day, every day. There's words can't explain Whiskey Thief. Whiskey Thief is fantastic. If you've never been on a barrel pick, you need to get there. If you've only been on 1 or 2, you need to get there because you basically get there with the price of admission and you get to be on a barrel pick from 5 different barrels. Pick it and you can bottle it if you want, if you want. So great experience. Plus they have their Nulu tasting room, which I'm going to be trying to get to this weekend, hopefully on Friday, maybe do a live from there. Fantastic, same experience, but in Nulu, Kentucky, which is right in Louisville, right there. Their new tasting room, fantastic. We got to tour it back in, I believe, when was that? In September, right? And
back in September.
So now it's been open for a while. So I want to get there while it's wild. I mean, it's supposed to be great. And then also we've got the Spirit of French Lick there in French Lick, Indiana. We've got our 2 barrel picks right now. If you want to contact me about those, we have the Lillian Sinclair and the William Dalton. I can get you hooked up with that. And then make sure that you check them out. And then
great Christmas presents.
Yes.
To the bourbon drinker and whiskey lover in your life.
We're trying to get those bourbon balls made, and we're going to have a special package for both of the bottles, plus bourbon balls and a Glencairn. And the shipping will be free. So this package I'll be announcing soon on Facebook. And then also we have Alan Bishop, who was the distiller there at the Spirit of French Lick, has now gone on to Old Homestead, but he also has his own podcast, which is If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything, combining both sides of the spirits world, the spirit distilling world and the spirit ghostly world combined together for awesome podcasts. And then also the One Piece at a Time Distilling Institute that he does on YouTube. You are a home distiller or you just love distilling, it nerds out and he gives you a ton of information. You can ask questions and he will answer them. So check out Alan Bishop.
If you have problems, he will help and do his best to help solve those problems for you right there on the podcast.
And last but not least, Rosewood Bourbons and Ryes. Jason Giles is doing a great thing there. He basically distills and purchases barrels out of Indiana and Kentucky, and he drives them aged down to Houston, Texas, and ages them for 1 season at least, and spectacular bourbons and ryes. All right, so we are getting ready to go. Let me just get the headphones on to make sure we get this thing going. Welcome everybody on YouTube. That we are going to be doing this Peerless Double Oak and the Peerless Toasted tonight. I have the toasted courtesy of Super Nash. So I'm going to get this. Wow, that's really loud. I'm going to get this podcast rolling. Here we go. All right. Welcome
Yeah.
back to another podcast of the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. It is Tuesday.
Cleveland on the rocks.
Tuesday. It's December 10th.
The 10th.
And we have a special guest tonight. We got Mat Lysen from Cleveland on the Rocks, which I think Super Nash already jumped the gun on. Hey, Matt, how's it going?
Hey, Matt.
Good. How's it going, guys?
Hey, it's going
How are we
awesome.
doing today?
Glad to have you on tonight.
Couldn't be better.
Yeah, it's better
Thanks for
than
having me.
all the commenting. So tonight, that everybody that's in the comment section, you know, you're not going to have Matt commenting, so you guys got to make up for it for the whole. So, anyways, all right. So it looks like instantly that
Before I got in, so cheers, guys.
Cheers. Both your videos. Is Nash? Are you there? Nash froze.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just laughing at some of these comments already.
Okay.
Walker said that you wouldn't ask him for a sample of that toasted because you know he likes it so much.
I didn't even get it toasted. I'm so blind.
Cheers, Walker. And that's what I happen to be starting off with tonight. A little bit of Peerless toasted in my glass.
You're starting off with the toasted, and that's the one we're going to be bashing.
I always gotta have a pre-drink, and I hadn't had nothing. It's been a busy day, raining, driving through rain, 11 hours of driving and working. So hey, got to jump right in somewhere.
There, yeah.
Got to get your palate wet.
Well, there you go. There's Super Nash, everybody. We're looking. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook, and we're recording on the podcast. Remember, www.Scotchy Bourbon Boys for all things Scotchy Bourbon Boys, Glencairns, and T-shirts. I know y'all are waiting for the bourbon ball orders. We're actually softening the butter tonight, so that's going to be happening soon. And then also we're on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X, and then all the podcast formats, but Apple, Spotify, iHeart, but whatever you listen to, make sure you like, listen, subscribe, leave good feedback, and that's it, right? Like, listen, comment. There you go. We got that all down. It's great to have you guys here. Tonight we are talking about Peerless. Now, go ahead, Super Nash.
Before you get into that, I just want to say that I'm working on because my son is getting close. He's just finishing up with his. He's only got 2 more semesters to go on this engineering degree, and then he's applying to SpaceX for work, and he's already got contacts there. A good personal friend who happens to be head of cybersecurity, and personal friends with Elon Musk. So I am going to be putting in a good word for a sponsor from SpaceX and X, so that we just don't have to just mention them all the time.
Well,
That'd be sweet.
that would be cool. That would be cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Get sponsored by X. Well, if we get sponsored by X, I think that Matt can just join us.
There you go.
Right, Matt?
Sweet. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, X. Yeah, the sponsorship I think is about $100,000 a month.
There you go.
I mean,
it'd have to be up there.
if X is sponsoring us, I think we should be paying them. It's like the opposite.
Back the truck up here. don't be breaking the deals that I'm already trying to work on.
Anyways, we love our sponsors. You know what I mean? Just like there's no doubt about it. So it just makes this more fun. We don't take on
absolutely.
We don't take on sponsors we don't like. We like their whiskey and then try and get them to sponsor us, so that we could just talk about it all the time. It's kind of cool when you got Whiskey Thief and you can just be basically no matter what. It's like wife's asking, why are you drinking Whiskey Thief tonight? I'm like, I got the hat on and I did a video. That's why I'm drinking Whiskey Thief. It's an excuse all the time. Anyways, all right, Matt. So what's new with you?
We've been working on, I just met up with a group yesterday that are called the Brunswick Bourbon Junkies. And they're doing a thing kind of like the guys in Michigan, like the Bourbon Junkies do. But they do barrel picks with everybody up here. And I just met with them yesterday. And they brought up some crazy single barrels they had coming out. And we're going to be shooting a bunch of videos with them guys. And they do all their own barrel picks and super fun stuff. And I feel like that just aligns pretty well with right here with me. So I can go on barrel picks. That's kind of cool. I gotta get with you guys and do some barrel picks. So that'd be killer.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, but the one thing about barrel picks is that you got to have them move. Otherwise, you end up in well, I'm just always looking just to break even. That's what I'm looking for. So that definitely. But barrel picks are awesome. The barrel pick, the state of Ohio, and what Ann does with our, to help us out with the barrel picks, plus all the other stuff that we're doing. I hope that I've heard of them, the Brunswick Bourbon Junkies. I did actually hear of them, so I'll have to join them. All right, so you guys locked up completely?
So when you guys do the barrel picks, they all get sold through Ohio, right?
Yes, the only time it doesn't get sold through Ohio is if Ohio doesn't actually have the distillery here. If they're not selling it, you can't do it through them. But if they've any pick that they have that sells in Ohio, we got to do it because we don't. The state of Ohio is such a good friend of ours. We don't want to ever do anything to irritate them or whatever. It's not if you do it in other states, it can be people can it can be lucrative for people to do barrel picks, but in the state of Ohio, it's not something that's lucrative. You got to basically purchase it for retail, and you have to redistribute for retail when you do a barrel pick. So we have a lot of people from the state of Ohio who actually get our picks. You know what I mean? So that works out good.
I think River Roots does that all the time right down here. Because I want to take you guys there when Nash comes in. I'll make a call down there, see if we can go down and visit them. And they do a lot of the barrel picks. That's where they've been doing their picks is right here.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys can meet Ryan down there. We can talk about doing a barrel pick down here. It would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
I'm flying all over the place.
I'm flying in, Matt, on that Thursday, the 26th, and I'll be there at Cleveland Airport I get there about 9:00. Pick up my car about 9:00 that morning.
Bring your wallet.
Oh, the morning.
Because if we're doing a barrel pick there, Nash, you got me into this. You're going to be paying for some too, man. You don't just get to buy a case and then you're out.
The cool thing about that is
you mean bring my money belt.
What was
you
that?
You can stay around here for a while. I get off work at 2:30 and we can go venture out and see some stuff. We can have some drinks here and then wander over there and do some stuff. Jeff, are you coming down this way when he comes in?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, he already mentioned it.
Although, yes, I am, but although we got to be back in time to do our Booker's 8:30 live.
Yeah.
That night.
We could make that at 8:30.
Yeah, but what time is Matt?
You're only an hour away.
I know, but Matt, we're talking about he's coming in at 10. Are you taking a day off on that Thursday?
I can try. Wait, what day is that? The 26th?
The 26th. That's the day after Christmas.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm off in a day.
Okay.
So we could start at 9:15.
Yeah,
Drink the whole day away.
there you go.
Be good. Be fun. Yeah, I that'll be a blast.
Yeah.
I am definitely ready for that. You
Let's-
let me know when you land. And
let's
I'm
go to
literally 5 minutes from the airport.
I never saw
okay.
the new Cleveland whiskey place. Have you been there?
I haven't been there yet, but Toast is friends with them, so I can make a call to him and see if he can get us in it.
Yeah, maybe he can cook something for us. I'm kidding. I know, Matt.
He's at the Butcher and the Brew now. We can go to his place.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah.
Set us up dinner there if you guys want to go. Let me make sure he's working on the day that this is, and I will see if he can set up dinner for us. We'll have to make it an early one if you guys got to get back by 8:30.
Well, let's make it
Yeah,
how about let's make it a lunch?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because then we can
We can
just
do that.
Yeah, because I'll definitely be ready for a lunch. You know.
Especially after drinking with me over here. So yeah, we're gonna have to,
yeah, he's got a
But no, absolutely, I can set that up.
he's got a tequila Nash where he needs some help eating the insect at the bottom.
I've done that a few times. I ain't
Yeah.
scared.
It's a scorpion.
I ain't scared. I've ate some wild
Jack's not
critters.
either. He
I've ate
wants
some
a
wild
Yes,
critters in
I'm
my
scared, Matt. You know I'm scared. Anyways,
Just the tail. Just the tail.
no, just the tip. I just want the tip.
That's all you wanted, is just the tip.
Just the tip.
I think CT was messing with him the last time he was here with the bottle. He's like, "We're doing this. Let's shoot this and that." It's still up there, and I can get a couple more. Like it'll be fun.
Who wants more?
No doubt.
Oh my God. Anyways, all right. So so this podcast, okay. So I wanted to talk with you both before we get into the Peerless on there's a bill introduced in the Ohio legislature in the Senate. It's Senate Bill 320 introduced by Bill DeMora. And you know, it doesn't, in my opinion, it's like a publicity stunt, but it's really gotten the state of Ohio talking. If you do the research on this bill, he's introduced it and he's bringing, I think he did it this way to bring attention to the problem that everybody has in this country with allocated bourbons and the resale of those allocated bourbons. And the people, there's the war between the flippers. Now in Ohio, the flippers aren't as strong as they are in Kentucky. And when you go to Kentucky, I'm friends with guys, people who wait in line in Kentucky. Same with you, Nash. We know people who get up early in the morning. They're not going to drink it. They're going to buy it. And then they're going to basically get paid for waiting in line and getting that bottle. So that's kind of how it works in Kentucky. In Ohio, you can only get one. And now at a lot of the distilleries, they have one purchase only. But also, we also know the flippers, especially in different places, have those connections. I mean, we all. I honestly, when you see
Sarah said Bill DeMoron.
Well,
is that his name? Bill
yes,
DeMoron?
but now what he does is
sounds about right.
You got to understand, he's introducing this bill. He's a state senator. He's introducing it into Senate Bill 320. And the thing about it is he's calling attention to he's trying to get people like the average bourbon drinker that goes out the ability to get some of these, some of these sought after bottles where, I still don't understand why what the state of Ohio, how that they even think that the flippers are there. Cause most of the people I wait in line with are the people who like bourbon. They're not flipping, for the most part. The guys that I wait when on the one bottle, they might have six bottles there and you get there at 9 o'clock, but those guys are drinkers. You know what I mean? I don't run into a lot of the flippers, But his bill is, which is ridiculous in my opinion, is that when you go and you buy the bottle, they're going to crack it at the store and then put a little sticker on top with a little seal to seal it, but it will be cracked, which will take away the secondary market value. Which
it takes away the factory seal,
right?
And they'll do away and throw away the factory seal right there in the store. Is what that bill is proposing,
which is
but
horrible.
Now, what that doesn't say is that flippers, which they've come away with ingenious ways, even these counterfeiters and all that, you can actually buy those seals, like factory look-alike seals, shrink wrap, and even if they do that, so they get this full bottle, take it, and I mean they can go out to their car, and I mean you got hair dryers that plug into your cigarette lighter, pop that new factory looking seal on it, and boom, now you got a bottle that looks like it's factory sealed and can flip it.
Yes, there's ways around it, but if you know anything about
is
Dusties,
that really gonna solve the problem?
No, it's creating more of a problem because of Dusties. Like when you deal with Brad Bonds and he goes around to all the collections and he's buying bottles from 1970, 1950 to 1900s, 1800s. He's always looking for the tax seal to be sealed because he knows it's the best chance of preserving that whiskey.
Yep.
And it's like, why would you take away that ability to preserve history? And so we all know it's not passing. It's everybody I talk to, it's not even an issue. But he's drawing attention to this. How do we solve it? So I talked to Ann Dimmick about something that I read about this, and he's going to represent the bill next year, Matt. And he's going to basically make it so that in the state of Ohio, you can only buy one allocated bourbon per 30 days per person, per resident. But
that's like the Buffalo Trace thing all over again, where you can only do one every 90 days or whatever. It's the same difference. Like I don't really care for that either.
Well,
but I mean, I get what Buffalo Trace is doing, but our stores, I feel like you do that every 30 days, you can still have a handful of your buddies come down and go get a couple bottles for you, so you can get.
In my opinion, the flippers will have a better chance because they'll have like 42 people, and when the bottles wouldn't have been available, now they're going to be available for them to do that because the average person's going to just sit there, be waiting, and you won't have a shot because you'll have professionals, mass amount of professional people just buying up all the bottles for the flippers. It's a horrible idea. One every 30 days. And it's like the state of Ohio is supposed to tax the bourbon, and make money off of it so it can pay for streets and all the utilities and schools. This money that is taxed has always paid for so much. And now you're going to basically make it so they sell like way less. I mean, that's ridiculous. Why would you do that?
I don't actually personally know, but I've heard that
I lost. Hey Nash, say that again. Say that again.
And go buy that bottle.
We lost you there for a couple seconds. Say that again.
I said I don't personally know of anybody that's done this, but I've heard, in the past that these secondary flippers have actually pulled people off the streets with driver's license to go in and purchase these high dollar allocated bottles. They'll pay them $50 or $100, to go wait and sit in a chair, for a few hours and go in and purchase this bottle and then come back out and give it right to them, And then they'll turn around and then the price is so high that, you know, they're making hundreds to thousands of dollars off these bottles.
Well, let's
know?
let's
And
talk.
so that's the same thing that's going to happen with this right here.
But let's talk about like the $8,500 Centennial Weller that they had this year. One, someone's gonna pay $8,500 and you're gonna crack it in front of them. That was retail. That was MSRP. That's ridiculous. And then also, just so you know,
I wouldn't do that.
So I have no problem with flipping. I don't participate in the flipping aspect at all. But what I'm going to tell you is, when someone gets a bottle at one, these guys get a bottle at Buffalo Trace or whatever, and they turn around and sell it for online for more. What they're doing, they're charging, and this any way that anybody who wants to legitimately flip could do, all they'd have to do is say, this is a business service. I basically buy it and sell it for MSRP, and I charge $850 for my service. It's the service is I wait in line, I hire a crew that waits in line, I get you the bottle, you get the bottle, and then I'll ship it to you or I'll deliver it to you, and this is a service I provide. So he's charging for the service. And you know what? What's the value of a service? I mean, if you're getting someone a Pappy 15 that you can't get or you never see and you get it for it, what is the value to somebody for that service? It's not like you're paying more for the alcohol. You're paying for that person getting that bottle for you, right? But the only thing is if you're not claiming that profit on your taxes, think about that. Then that's where you break the law, because you got to claim the profit. So if you make the money, you say this is a service, they should have legitimate businesses. You're not reselling alcohol. You're picking up alcohol for a friend and charging them for the gas money, all the stuff that it takes. Like if I go down to Buffalo Trace and someone says, well, if they have Weller Special Reserve, can you get me one? I'm like, sure. I come back, it's 27, whatever it is, and he pays me the 27. And if I wanted to, I could charge them for gas, but I wouldn't, because I'm going there anyways. But you know, this is the kind of thing that in business, the secondary market is completely run by the distilleries, by the primary market. If they made more, and they proved this with Traveler, so Special Reserve, in my Weller Special Reserve is not it's $25.99 bottle of, and Buffalo Trace is a $30 bottle. But because you can't get it, everybody wants it. I mean, but the reason why you can't get it is because Buffalo Trace ain't putting enough on the shelf. They proved with Traveler that if you put enough on the shelf and you charge $29 or $39.99 and you put enough, all the people who think they know something about bourbon tell you that that's Canadian whiskey, even though it says nothing about it. There's not 1 ounce of anything about Canadian whiskey. They all say it's Canadian whiskey and it's shit. The reason why they say that, and you guys can chime in here, is because they were able to get it from the start. It never was withheld. But if they would have withheld that from them, everybody would have said it was the greatest thing ever, because in my opinion, Traveler is better than Weller Special Reserve, and people will pay up to $125 to $150 on the secondary for it. What do you think, Matt?
People pay $120 for Traveler?
No, Weller Special Reserve.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
To be honest with you, I think you're paying for the label and you're paying to get Weller. Weller Special Reserve is not exactly my favorite thing, but I mean, it's an okay pour. It's something good to make old fashions with. It's worth $30. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You pay more.
But the people across the United States that can't get it will pay $125, $150.
It goes in South Carolina and Georgia, because it's very rarely, and some of these places down here, liquor stores down here, get only 1 or 2 bottles of it, and it goes from anywhere from $80 to $100 for a bottle of Special Reserve, and I'm like, that's crazy. It's crazy.
And the thing is that might be somebody's favorite.
There's so many other bourbons out there that you can readily available that taste just as good.
Traveler.
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 Just get Traveler. It's only $40.
You're right. It's everywhere.
But I mean, they made it. But it's oh,
The Weller 12, I think, is worth more than it is.
What is?
And the Foolproof's okay. It's not the Weller 12.
Yeah,
I think it's drinks above what the price is. And I mean, I would be okay paying $100 for that.
yeah. But what I'm saying is the reason why everybody goes nuts off that stuff is because there's just not enough to go around, and we all want what we can't have. I'm telling you, if they would have released Traveler in the same amount and nobody could get it, that we would be going crazy over Traveler. It's just that simple. They proved the point. They like laughed in our faces. They always said, we'll make enough so it's on the shelf. And then they put something on the shelf and everybody's like, I don't want that piss water.
Right. That's what I wanted to say just a little while ago. Is it's not only fueled by the distillery, it's fueled by the distributors, because the distributors get hold of these allocated bottles and then they pick and select who those bottles go to, you know, and so then that's when these people start turning up the price, you know. Even liquor stores, you know, state run liquor stores like down here in South Carolina and Georgia. So they make them buy, you know, and sell hundreds of cases of the set of the Pappies, you know. So then it was like, well, we had to sell 1,000 bottles of the Wheatley vodka just to get this one bottle of Pappy 12, you know, or, you know, Special Reserve 12 year, and you know, so we're going to sell it for $800 or $1,000 or $1,200, you know, and so it's these distributors, you know, and like I say, they'll pick and choose, and it's like if they get a big bar down here, say they're selling, you know, hundreds of cases of Fireball, you know, then all of a sudden, you know, we'll all of a sudden look up on their shelf, they've got all the BTAC collection, they've got, you know, 3 or 4 different Pappies, you know, and stuff like that. And it's like, why do you get that? And I've asked him, well, hell, we sell, you know, 100 cases of Fireball on the weekends, you know, to all the, you know, college students that come in here and stuff like that, you know, or the vodka, you know, to all these mixed drinks, you know, we sell 40 cases of Wheatley vodka and all our mixed drinks.
Now you're just talking about the distribution to the agencies, you know, that's not technically secondary market. That's not secondary market, because those liquor stores are being distributed to and they're being forced, but they still are the primary market. So where you guys are in South Carolina and Kentucky, those primary markets are being squeezed. In the state of Ohio, the primary markets are basically, they can only sell it, everybody has to sell it for what it is, or they can sell it a little bit cheaper, but then they're going to lose the profit. The store loses the profit. So, you know, it's just overall, I think this, I'm surprised that this bill is coming through here in Ohio and not Kentucky or South Carolina, where it's out of control.
Yeah.
That's true. Because Ohio's one of the fun states where you can actually just wait in store, get the bottle that you want. You don't have to pay secondary. You just have to wait a couple hours. Like, and I'm okay with that, because then you meet all urban people. You meet some people that end up being your buddies in the parking lot there. You see them every couple weeks, and you just share for it in the parking lot. It's awesome. Everything costs MSRP. You're good. You don't have to buy anything on secondary. And then the stuff you wait for, you can always. I'm always okay with trading. I think trading's fine. So if you get a bottle, you want to trade it for another one of this, I'm okay with all that. The secondary thing of buying it for more, I usually don't do it too often, but there's nothing that I'm really looking for that I'm like, oh, I have to go have this, and like I'll pay 4 times as much.
Well, yeah, that's what I've done a lot of, and Jeff knows because he helps me out a lot. Is I do a lot of trading to get the bottles that I want, and it's just through a network of knowing and knowing so many different liquor store owners and all down here in the South. And then in Virginia, both of those friends up there. So it's just a network, and that's how I get a lot of my stuff is through trade.
Yeah, I do the same thing, bro. I'll meet people from Facebook and go trade bottles that they got from different states or wherever they get it from, and then I'll trade them the stuff that they're looking for here and stuff.
All right.
And then too, I'll get lucky, and like I say, I'll go to a few of these lotteries, especially this time of year. Go to these liquor store lotteries. That's what they do here in the South, like the states that aren't state run, South Carolina and Georgia. A lot of the liquor stores, they will save up a lot of their allocated stuff, and then from like Black Friday all the way to up until Christmas, almost every weekend, there's a liquor store within 3 hours of me that's having a lottery, and it generates anywhere from 50 to hundreds of people to go, and all you do, get in line, get a ticket, grab a ticket, and then all of a sudden they start drawing tickets. You get lucky, and go in, pick out a bottle, and you pay MSRP for it. So,
hey, Matt.
And then they make a killing that day.
You got muted, Matt. Unmute. I don't know how, but all of a sudden I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I see the red mute on his mic.
He's gonna unmute.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we
Sorry.
go.
And what's up with you, Nash? You keep going in and out. Is it a new microphone?
No, we got some real bad weather, real bad thunderstorms
that's what's going on.
and stuff down here right now. So
okay.
it's
So we're
probably,
glad that we have
my
you.
Wi-Fi and internet.
All right. So anyways,
It's been raining here all day, and since about 5 o'clock, it's been just thunderstorming and pouring rain. We're supposed to get up to like 3 inches of rain tonight. So look for flash flooding all around here.
I think we're supposed to get a little bit of snow coming up, right, Matt? I think that's what they're saying. Some.
I think we are overnight tonight. I think we're supposed to get some snow.
Yep.
Which would suck.
Well, yeah, I hate snow. So get this toasted, and then we're gonna compare it to the double oak, Matt. So put some double oak in your glass, and let's real quick. When we Peerless has always been with John Waddell, has been and then I believe her name is Elena there at Peerless, from the start at the barbecue. When we went down to the barbecue there that one time, Nash, when we were down at the barbecue, we met Elena. I've got my Peerless hat that she got there for me, and we had her on the podcast. And then John Waddell, we were hanging out in New Orleans with him, and he kept talking about the toasted, and we tasted the toasted in New Orleans, Matt, and that's where we really liked it. So
Peerless is awesome. I just actually traded for these two from my foolproof from our sitting in the parking lot.
Well, now that John's head of the barrel picking program there, we'll probably be going down there. I think John does some of the coolest posts on Facebook and YouTube that there is. You know what I mean? What he does is just fantastic. It's awesome. I mean, honestly. So, Nash, do you got yours in there?
Toasted oak or double oak?
Toasted.
Yeah, I got toasted.
This one that you got me, I believe, is batch 2.
Yeah, it should be the same batch. And Matt, I actually picked these up in Cleveland at a liquor store in Cleveland when I flew in last year.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start looking for these because I couldn't even find the double oaks, and I was like, you know what? And there was a guy online, and I was like, he's like, I have 2 Peerless double oaks. If you want to trade for your foolproof? And I'm like, okay. So that was fine. I got another one over there, like an extra. So
Actually, I got batch one because I'd actually got mine first, and then when I flew in up there, I found that one for Jeff or for Chris.
oh, that's awesome.
So you got batch two, right, Jeff?
Yeah, I got batch 2. Yeah, and I'm drinking it now. And
What's your proof on that?
Yeah, I was looking for there they are. They were hiding. Let's unhide them. I'll tell you what this one is and give you a read. It is 109.4. What's yours?
Mine's 111.1.
Let's have different batches.
Yeah, I got batch one.
And I got batch 2. The bourbon whiskey was finished in a toasted barrel, heated with a smaller flame for a more extended period of time than the standard charring method. It's one thing that Peerless does is sweet mash. They don't do a sour mash, which
No
means
water added.
which means that when they pot still or they distill each batch, they don't take any from the other batch. I would say that there's not a lot of people that do that. I know that Wilderness Trail was able to do sweet mashes consistently because they understand yeast really well. You know, when you don't use one batch and you don't take the yeast from the prior batch, it's really hard to get it to be consistent. So one of the things that Peerless does really well, in my opinion, is once they have decent distillate, but they're maturing and their flavors that they get on their batches are fantastic. In my opinion, it goes with the real Kentucky bourbons and whiskeys that they fit right in. And they've got that big flavor, either caramels or whatnot. But this toasted here, instead of a charred barrel, honestly, there's a lot of rich flavors. But what I can say is a lot of stuff like the double oaks and their small batches, when you drink them, they're very what would you say? Concentrated. The flavors concentrated on your palate, where this toasted, the flavor spreads out. So it's really kind of a cool, a really cool change. And when we were in New Orleans and we drank this with John, he basically said, he was just talking about how this is such a more approachable bourbon for everybody, and I would have to agree. At 109%, it's pretty damn good.
I had to get one of them toasted ones because I don't think I've had the toasted one yet.
Well, yeah, you'll love this.
Yeah, lots of brown sugar. It's got brown sugar. You taste a little bit of the oak, but it's a bourbon drinker's bourbon. You know what I mean? It's got just enough sweetness. It's got some leather. It's got some oak, and it's got some brown sugar. And you're like, it's got a nice balance. And at 109, like who's gonna scoff at 109.6 or 111 proof? I mean, those are realistically, in my opinion, the home runs. And that's another thing that I will say that that Peerless does. On their labels, like if you're trying to find out on a Stag Junior or just a Stag what batch it is, to find that you got to find the little bottle code that's just on the bottle. You barely can read it. You don't know really which batch it is unless you know where to look. But these right here, they basically say right on there, like for instance, this one is 505-1102 for this double oak. So you know what the batch is. Now, people who are astute to batches on the Stag, can tell you the batch based off of the proof. But Peerless is straightforward, just telling you what batch it is. Like they don't make it they're not making it a mystery. You don't have to search far for it, and I like that. I really do.
I think Peerless puts their batch number on the bottom here, where mine says batch 10, but when you got a stag, the stag tells you the batch on the bottom too, though. It says 23B on the newer ones. The juniors were the ones that you had to do that with.
That's
where you had to go to the proof and they tell you which batch in here. But the new stags without the junior have it on the label now, just like on the bottom right with those ones.
Really?
Because I have one of the newer ones.
I have one too that Nash gave me last year, which for Christmas, which I never opened yet because I just finished my other one. I got the first batch of stag when they took off the junior.
And that one didn't have the batch on the front label on the bottom right corner?
No, not the first one. So
But
that's
it's
good.
okay. See, maybe it started in 2022 then, and then the 2023s have it on it, and the 24A has it on it too. Before for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you think of this,
Yeah, I can
Nash?
pull up a bunch of the juniors.
I don't want you to. I want you to tell me what you think of this Peerless, this toasted.
It tastes like partly like a bit of honey. You remember the bit of honey?
Yeah, that's why I had to pull my wisdom tooth because I was eating
like
a bit
the
of honey
nougat-
and my wisdom
like that
tooth broke
nougat.
out.
And that caramel and that honey.
Yeah, you wrecked Peerless toasted forever for me now. Because I love Bido honey, and I was eating a Bido honey, and that's what ripped my wisdom tooth out. All of a sudden, the Bido honey had my wisdom tooth crunching up in it. It's a trigger, and then I had to have them pulled out, both of them. Oh my God! And now you mentioned Bido honey. I can't believe it.
I'll take the rest of that bottle with me, and I'll share it with Matt when he comes down to the Christmas party.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. I'm hyped.
Hey Matt, the one thing you'll know about Nash, it's like for like when me and Nash are together, man, we're like brothers. But as soon as we're with someone else, I'm just a secondary citizen, and everybody else is.
But you got to understand, though, he talks to you more than he talks to me. So you know what I'm saying? It's you gotta keep it going through the circle. Like
I mean, for God's sakes, Matt, he does this to strangers.
Yeah, I do.
That's just a friendly guy, though. He does that. That's
Absolutely.
Now, John.
Actually, you're wrong, Jeff, because I've never met a stranger. Yeah.
My point, freaking exactly. They're all your brothers.
That's right.
Anyways, all right. So
brothers in spirit.
So I wanted to compare the toasted to the double oak. I mean, the toasted's one now. The double oak, you know how much actually the number you gave me batch 1 on double oak that first year, and I still believe I have that sample bottle too. But that double oak, the first batch was so good. It actually was runner up. Or it was runner up. It took a 3rd place bronze on Bourbon of the Year.
Yep. I want to say that this bottle, what I've got left of this is batch 2.
All right. What's the number on it?
A newer version than the double oak, because if they're batch 1 and 2, I have batch 10 of double oak. So is that newer than the double oak is? The double oak's been more batches?
Oh yeah, the double oak came out like 3 years ago.
I'll tell you exactly when the double oak came out. I got it right here.
It was 3 years ago in September.
No, actually, the double oak bourbon release was September 18th, 2021. Right, yeah, 3 years ago. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No.
And it was actually by accident that the double oak come about. I got it right here. I did have it.
This double up's amazing. We ended up picking a bottle on our way back from Kentucky when we came down with you guys for the buck.
So
And Steve owned one in a random store, and we cracked that open shortly after we got home. And then I just went to a bourbon tasting 3 weeks ago, and I tried it again. And then the guy offered me to trade these two for the foolproof, and I was like, absolutely, let's do that. So now I have some. I think this bottle hit me pretty well, and I'm like, okay, I got to get some of these because these are really, really good.
this is what you
All right,
got to
this,
get.
This is how Double Oak came about. It was born of a happy accident when a leaky barrel forced the distilling team to transfer its liquid into a new charred oak barrel. Exposure to that second barrel gave the whiskey amped up flavors and lots more complexity. This is a bourbon that has gone into overdrive and it handles the road just fine. Its syrupy sweet texture is checked by the oak influence and the palate opens to flavors aplenty. Dried peaches, warm apple pie, Christmas spice, gingerbread, raisin cake, chocolate, and pumpkin puree. Perfect as a holiday warmer or backyard barbecue sipper. This whiskey is for all seasons, says David Fleming of Whiskey Advocate.
This right here, Matt. This is what you got to do when you go to Peerless.
That's the bottle from the distillery.
It's 200 milliliter, and it's dope. Like they'll have special releases, and they'll release all the 750s, but they'll have like
two of these.
But they'll have like 100.
This is all I have left.
This is they'll be like 500 of these for sale after. And it's like from a podcaster's point of view, like every time you go, should buy them all
on yours, right?
Because who drinks whole bottles of shit, right? We taste it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so, Matt drinks whole bottles. I'm sorry, especially if it's
Super Nash does.
If it's what is it? Oh my God. Especially if it's Penelope Rio.
I've yet to this date, I've still not tried Penelope Rio.
Matt just drinks whole bottles of it.
Fun. So when you come, we might be able to.
Yes.
I love this bottle.
Yes.
It's like dessert. That's how much is left. There's not much, but it's there. I'm working on getting another one though, so now I know how to get them. So I'm like, okay, now. But you guys know that Penelope just dropped Havana today. I just seen it come out today from Penelope. So
Havana?
That's the rum barrel one that's rested in the maple cap.
So I have a question.
I think I may have a new one to go for.
Matt, when we were at Yellowstone for the bus tour, did you buy the Yellowstone rum barrel finish?
Absolutely, and Stephen Fontaine signed mine.
So did you open it yet?
No, because we had another open one already. See?
Now,
that's my number.
Do you like that?
Love this one. This was my favorite one when we went there. So I was like, I'm on that one.
I have that bottle too sitting over there, but I haven't opened it because Steven signed it. Even though I liked it, I think I'm going to try and get a hold of another one if I'm around, if I can find it. So I'm in Michigan with at my son's up in Interlaken, and it's up by Traverse City, okay, way at the top of Michigan, right on Lake Michigan on the west side. And I'm at this gas station, and there at the gas station is a bottle of Yellowstone rum barrel finish. And it's sitting on the shelf. And I'm like, well, I'm just curious how much that is. And she could not find a price for me. I'm like, I think that's $25. She goes, I can't sell it. I can't find the price. But it's $25. I tried to convince her. I'm like, it's a $25 bottle, but I'll give you $30. She's like, no, I can't. My boss, there's no whatever. I got to make sure and whatever. I mean, I tried to talk her out of it. I could not get that bottle. All right, so let's all pour the Peerless.
We have those in Ohio, though.
Do we?
They do come to Ohio. There's two of them. There's another one that's a red label. I don't know the finish on that one, but there's a secondary one, too, that's with it usually on the shelves.
I should look for it because I want to drink one because I really love rum barrel finished anything. That goes back to my pirate years.
We might be on this one if I can't find another one. So,
all right. So I'm gonna. Do you got your Peerless? Let's pour the double oak.
Wow.
See, this Peerless Double Oak is like ridiculous. I really, really like this model.
I do too.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh, so it's got to be opened, in my opinion, and bourbons have to be open, especially certain ones, to breathe. If you ever get any bottle that is, when you open it on the neck pour and there's too much oak or too much heat, you need to cork it and set it up for about 3-4 months and hit it again, and that heat and that oak will be gone.
Oh,
I swear to God,
that
the oak disappears with age. Like once you open it, that's what the oxygen does. It just works on that oak to get it out.
See, that Peerless bottle is so dark that even if you take another double oaked and you put it next to it, can you tell the color difference here on these two bottles?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Peerless
John doubles the darkness of
that Peerless looks almost like a coffee.
Yeah, but that's the difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the difference between
that other one that you
That's the difference between Kentucky and Tennessee and Indiana with the Heaven's Door.
I mean, you got a Woodford Double Oak. The Double Oak's pretty close, but it's not even as dark as it is.
No,
Woodford.
not at
The
all.
Woodford.
You can even tell the difference between the toasted and the double oak. That double oak is so dark and rich.
Yeah, but don't say Woodford Double Oak. It can hold its own, but it doesn't. This is barrel strength, and Woodford's at 94 point whatever. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. They do come out with barrel proof double oak. That's when they make those releases at the distillery.
This is the proof on yours, Jeff.
On this Peerless,
yeah,
100 double oak is 107.9.
Yeah, mine's 107.9.
So we have the same batch.
108.8.
Yeah.
So E0511-02.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we got. We got
the same double oak.
Yeah, because you buy it.
What batch are you guys on there?
What batches?
Which batch you guys have?
It just says, I believe it's batch 2.
I think it's batch 2.
Because initially he gave me batch 1 and I lost my mind. I drank that. I lost my mind. And then he came up and gave me batch 2, which wasn't as good, but it is now.
You know what this one reminds me of? Like, if you guys ever took graham crackers, put them on a cookie sheet, took butter, brown sugar, and crushed up pecans, and melted the butter into it, and then poured it on the graham crackers and cooked it, and then you take it out and you break all the graham crackers up. That's what this one tastes like to me. It's like a baked good that like my grandma used to make. Like it's fantastic. I think that's why this one hit me so hard when I had it. I had to go buy one because I was like, this reminds me of when I was little. Like I like this.
So what you just mentioned right there,
that
is like the basis of a pecan log roll that my grandmother used to make, and that's how she took the graham crackers, the butter, and the pecans, and all that, and warmed it all up and melted the butter over it, and then crunched it all up, and that's what she made. She
ate it,
and then she made the nougat and all to go inside of that.
And then she ate it.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
She ate it. She ate it, and then shit it back out, and that was the pecan log roll.
No, she didn't eat it. She didn't have a chance to.
Hey Matt, there you go.
Boy got hold of it.
So let's when we come up for that day, let's have Matt make that what your grandma used to make with your childhood. Make that whole thing. Yeah, and then we'll be drinking bourbon while we're eating that.
Oh, that I can make that.
Awesome.
I got a handful of people that wanna swing by and meet you guys when you come down too. So we're gonna have some fun.
All right.
All this stuff.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to coming to Lysen's Bourbon Bar, hanging out for a while.
Absolutely.
I might have to bring Roxy on.
Right? Definitely.
Yes. Yeah.
So you guys, is Greg Schneider coming in for the Christmas party?
No, they can't. Him and Susan can't make it.
I didn't know because I was like, I mentioned him on your last podcast, and he's like, "Oh well, the next time I'm down there, I'll give you a text." And I'm like, "Okay." I've been calling him in the
Let's hope it comes back. All right, Matt, say that again.
Look is like ridiculous.
Matt, say that again from when you said with Greg. You kind of cut out, but just say it again.
So yeah, Greg's probably one of the nicest dudes I've ever met in my life. You can literally call him in the middle of the night, and I could tell he was in bed when I called him at your house too. I swear he was in bed. He did get up, he grabbed the glass, he talked to us for a while, and beyond the most nicest guy you'll ever meet in your life. Like, Greg is awesome. No matter what time you call him, no matter what the instance, what day it is, he will pick up, and he's just a nice guy. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. So we used to do these lives on this channel, right? On this channel that I was working with, and they would put it up there and put the lives up, and I wasn't getting good reception. But after one of these lives, me and Young Nose and Xavier called him. Matt, he was in the middle of passing a kidney stone. And he still picked up the phone with sweat on his brow and answered our questions.
Holy shit. He was just the nicest guy.
Oh my God. Yeah, we were sitting there going, well, we're sorry for calling. No. And he'd be like, and he'd be like,
man.
all right, what's so he goes, no, I want to do it. It's distracting me. And so he's passing a kidney stone and, and talking to us. I could not believe
Walker
it.
Just reminded me that we had the Rio on the bus.
Yeah, I took it home.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we had the Rio on the bus.
I did taste it,
Walker,
but
he said no.
we had a lot on the bus that day, so I don't really remember the Rio until now, but I do remember it now.
It tastes like a Cinnabon at the mall after walking all day and you're super tired. It's got the frosting, the cinnamon, the roll in it. Like, it's fantastic. I love it. It's quite possibly my favorite Rio product up to this point. I think the banter might come in a very close first or second there. I don't know. We're gonna have to go with that one and see if that's better.
So you're staying when you cross brand, you've had the Chicken Cock Island Rooster, right? And you've had
actually no, I haven't had that one.
Oh, the year of the Rooster.
My gosh.
That's crazy.
I had the Kentucky Owl Rum Barrel finish the 11-year with Mike at Gervasi for our anniversary when you came down and seen us.
When I got in trouble?
I've never had the Chicken Cock one yet.
I'll have to bring you a sample of the Island Rooster then, because
I don't think you have to bring it.
Bottles of that.
He's going to be at the Christmas party too. Matt's coming down to the Christmas party. You're going to hit the pre-game, and when you hit the pre-game, you can have some Island Rooster.
Sounds good to me. I'm going to try to get my wife to come down early, and we're going to try to hit your house first. That's the goal. But we'll see how that works.
I don't know. She can hang out with Roxy. Roxy's she'll be how she pre-games is she doesn't drink.
Oh man, yeah, but she has those
yeah, because you got to keep an eye on it. Because otherwise we get out of hand.
Home, right?
What would say? Okay, you guys were talking at the same time.
I'll tell you this, guys. We're gonna have some nice cigars up there at the Christmas party. I'm bringing up some great smokes from this cigar shop that I found. These guys, man, the largest humidor I've ever walked into in my life over in Greenville, and these guys are so cool. They've been in business for about 17 years now, and they travel abroad and do some of their own cigar picks and everything. So, yeah, we're gonna have some great smokes.
Yeah, everybody get up to the Christmas. Let's just do a plug for the Christmas party. It's Friday, January 27th. It's at Gervasi. It's growing, getting bigger all the time. It's at the Still House there. I invited the master distiller Shade Primore to come to it. This is going to be off the charts, but they have a cigar patio, heated cigar patio. They've got the pours are going to be off the charts. Everything's happening. I got to get over there tomorrow night. I'm going to stop by and talk to Mike and Shane just to firm up what we're going to do. But this party will have Super Nash is going to have a couple really good giveaways. And so I've got one already. We like to do that. Now we're sad that Andrew wasn't able to keep going with the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. His life has changed in a direction that he needs to keep whiskey in a corner now on the back burner. So, but last year, the giveaways that Andrew brought up, he does those barrel heads. I mean, the Pappy Van Winkle barrel heads. But this year, we're going to have bourbon giveaways. So everybody who comes attends. But this is going to be off the charts. There's going to be a lot of people that we should have some local celebrities and that type of thing. One of the cool things that happened here in Canton, Ohio, we have a morning show, Rock 106.7 morning show. Stansberry in the Morning has great ratings. His podcast of the show is starting to take off. So hopefully he becomes nationally syndicated. But he's a great guy. He was here tonight. I was able to give him a bottle of Eagle Rare because he was looking for it. And I've got a lot of Eagle Rare. God knows I do. But super great guy. But on Thursday when we were talking, when he was talking about this bill, he brought up the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. So I got about 14 texts on or no, not last, but what is today? Thursday, right? No, today's Tuesday.
No,
It's Tuesday. So it would have been last Friday. All of a sudden, I'm getting all these texts about how he's talking about us. So when you have like 13 people texting you, hey, Stansberry's talking about you. Stansberry's talking about you. So that was kind of cool getting a little plug. So tonight I was able to give him the bottle of Eagle Rare that I had. He didn't mind that it was open. His friend, when they were at the Browns game, dropped his flask of Eagle Rare and it exploded. And he was upset. So I was able to replenish a bottle for them. I mean, it's just like anything else. They felt the same way about the bill. It's just kind of like you can't take away a dad on the day of his son's birth buying a bottle and then waiting 21 years to open it with him because that's the day he was. You can't just crack it because it ain't going to last 21 years on a crack. So it's just that simple.
Right.
So what else do you want? Hey, Matt, tell everybody about Cleveland on the Rocks.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Enlighten everybody about what you do and what you guys represent.
so basically, we do a new bottle Monday. Every Monday, we got a new bottle. We open it up, see how much it is, see what it tastes like, see what it smells like. If you guys get on par with the taste of it, you can go buy it for that price, at least in Ohio. And then on Thursdays, we do beer reviews. So we get all the newest beers that come to Ohio. All the barrel aged stuff is usually where I go at. We also do ales, porters, stouts, anything you can think of beer wise. And we do a review on beers. I have some of the people that know way more about beer than I do, and they have caves in their house with like 1,500 bottles of beers. So we do a lot of beer stuff. And I'm starting to do different things on Fridays now. I'm going to do mixed it up days again. And we're doing tequilas and rums. We're just going to start doing some of that stuff. So we'll have all kinds of different stuff that you can buy from the store. I haven't really gotten into any kind of vodka at all, but I feel like we need to do something like that. But vodka always gets me more messed up than anything
Vodka
else. So
sucks. It's not good for your liver. If you want to die, drink vodka. But when it comes to rums, you need to talk to Turner Wathen because he does bourbon barrel aged rum, and he does it at
gosh.
Star barrels from Weller or Wood Reserve Double Oak or Pappy Van Winkle. I mean, he's got some damn. I mean, it's good. It's some.
Oh yeah,
It's so
yeah.
good.
He gets barrels from all over, and then he gets rums from all over the world, and brings them there, and then he double ages them like
he's
say,
rolling
whiskey barrels.
He's rolling fork. The stuff
Yeah.
that Ohio releases. He's rolling fork.
Okay.
So
yeah, you guys will have to link me
rolling
up with
port
them.
rum.
I'll hook you up with them. They have a. They
good.
had a.
And he also has does the tequila too. I believe what is it, Fortaleza?
Yeah, but he
Well,
also.
CT talks about all the time, right?
Yep. Yes, CD talks about it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I gotta get one of those. I have all the core zones that are rested in everything Buffalo Trace, the Weller and Eagle Rare and I'm gonna be doing I was debating on a live or just shooting them on Fridays and doing all the tequila so we could try all those because some of my buddies are like very big tequila people. So I've been trying to get on some tequilas and stuff. So that way we're all over the place. I'm learning how to get my liver to get all of them.
Well, let's get the rock on.
What's that?
Let's get the rock on.
The rock on?
Dwayne Johnson.
I did one of those, the barrel aged ones.
Yeah. Yeah. But so who's what is what you call it? What's his name? Kevin the comedian.
He does tequilas.
So
they just came to Ohio.
And isn't he just run Kevin James, isn't he running and doing signings coming up?
Kevin Hart, I think, is coming to Ohio because he just did a thing where he's doing new stuff in Ohio.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask that and when that's coming.
Yeah, because he's here. Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
So this week is the remember the guy's name from the Bengals in Cincinnati will be signing those new Browns Crown bottles in Ohio.
And then Joe Thomas is doing
ones that say Browns on the front.
Yeah.
102 proof.
Yeah, Joe Thomas Crown. He's doing that signing. And then this week's Maker's Mark. That
the Bengals guy's name?
Oh, yeah, I did, but he's an ex-Bengal.
You picture what he looks like because I saw the ad for it, but I don't remember his name. I'm not a real big football person.
Yeah, but the Bengal guy was, Joe Thomas went into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and the other Bengal, they didn't get Anthony Nunez, which everybody knows. But yeah, that's happening in Cincinnati, then in Cleveland, in two different places. You going to go up there, get your signed?
I was actually debating. It's from 12 to 3, and I work till 2, so I might be able to make it because it's only about 30 minutes away from my work. But it'd be right at the end, and I don't know how the line's going to be. I'll have my buddies there though, and I'll see if I can get in there.
I could tell you, Joe Thomas will wait around. He always did. He was one of the best Browns, and he came from he played college at Wisconsin and then played his whole career for the Browns. Good guy, a Hall of Famer. So that's definitely a good thing.
To take my Browns Crown bottle down there for him to sign because I have the big one, the 175. I have that one, but I don't have that new one that came out, the brown one.
Yeah, but the whole thing is that he's signing the new ones, so they should have enough. It's not like Crown ever runs out.
That's true. That is true. I have a whole shelf of Crown over here and stuff that nobody's ever seen before.
There's never a problem with not enough Crown. There's no doubt about that. You can still pick up the Crown 20-year apple 25-year apple flavored. You still can find the 25-year apple flavored Crown, apple Crown.
I don't have that one.
Yeah, but you still can pick that up.
$250.
Yeah, I didn't say it was inexpensive. It's still I still see it on the shelf from time to time.
You know what's actually on the shelf from Crown if you want to go to a crazy bottle? Crown 31. Have you ever seen Crown 31 before?
What is Crown 31?
All right.
Ohio, it's going out, and they won't have it. It's just like the 18-years.
Yeah.
And it's a 31-year-old
No way.
one that's
31-year-old Crown.
And it's down to $250 from $500, I'm pretty sure, on the last call shop.
Yeah. Because it's Baskin Robbins Crown 31 flavors.
31 flavors. Huh?
31 years.
So you know the one that I'm actually looking for is that cookie maker's mark that just came to Ohio. That's in the heart bottle and the cellar age bottle now.
Well, that's the
new one that just came yesterday.
Same here. I think I'm going to try and pick that up tomorrow.
You're not going to try. You promised me.
I'm going to be at the place where I go if they have it. I'm only allowed to have one of each, so I'll buy one of each.
Make me come up there. Because I will.
You know, they've been out since Tuesday at different stores right here.
I know, but
like they came out earlier this week.
Yeah, but I don't get the dump
to do. I understand. Super Dash comes secondary in your market.
Well, see, they have this coming out too.
Yep.
Except this one's 2 years old.
That's another thing that I love. See, that's why I always love coming up this week. Every year is because this is when all the Maker's Mark starts coming out in Ohio, and so I start in Cleveland, hitting all the places, going all the way over to Jeff in Canton, and
you what?
And I'm picking up on all the Ohio Maker's Mark.
Yeah, what do? You started because we're past tense on that now.
Yeah,
you're not coming up.
I'm recruiting you to do this for me this year.
Yeah. I'm gonna be working my feet and hands to the bone, standing and trying to find it for you while you're like partying at the Christmas.
All you need to do is walk in during your lunch hour.
I promise.
Look,
I promise.
Back on a cheeseburger for me.
I promise. I'll walk in after my lunch hour and pick up the two.
After. Did you hear that? After. He should be on the way to his lunch hour.
The drop.
That's what I would do. That's what Super Nash would do. That's what I would do for Matt.
No, the drop happens 3/4 through my lunch hour, and I will be there 3/4 through it. But for the first 3/4, I'm eating lunch, fucker. Anyways,
you can eat a burger and get those at the same time.
It's more like a chicken salad.
Exactly.
Now stop it. Not a burger. No, but I will tell you.
Hey,
you know what?
Look.
The good thing about this year is
if you get a veggie burger, if you get one of those new veggie burgers, that's like having a salad on a bun.
So I just did the 200. So pour the 200 milliliter, Nash. Because I just poured this one.
I hadn't even finished these up, so I got you though.
So I'm gonna tell you.
I had to switch over to another double oak because I don't have that one.
Yeah, but this
I went with Heaven's Door double oak.
Where did you get that? When did you get that?
Sorry.
So I'm trying. I know I've got a connection into Heaven's Door now. A guy that
that's awesome.
My connection at Rabbit Hole is now at Heaven's Door. So in January, I'm going to try and work something out. But if I work something out, are we going on a road trip?
Is Bob Dylan going to be there?
Yeah. No, not in the middle of winter. Bob Dylan ain't going to be in Kentucky, and he's going to be someplace warm in some tropical place because he's old as F. And he basically has a lot of money and he can do what he wants.
I like tropical places, don't you, Matt?
You don't like tropical places.
I love it. I'm going anywhere.
Oh, cheers, Nash. Hey. He just said he'd buy the airfare to the tropical place where Bob Dylan is. Cheers there, Nash.
Hey, if you set it up, I will spring for the tickets.
There we go.
There you go. And I said that live. For us three, let me clarify that because there will be a lot of people jumping in on this. For us three on the podcast.
I'm down. Cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
This 200 milliliter is unbelievable. It's
Wow.
the nose on it is
It's totally different.
Hey
I
Matt,
get
that is
sweetness,
yours when you
honey.
come.
What's that?
When you come on the 27th at 6:00 here at my house before you get to the party, this is yours right here.
Oh, thank you.
You
That's awesome. I
need
can't
to
wait.
try this, Matt. Because this is totally different from either one of these two.
It blows them away.
Wow.
I can't wait. Thank you.
This is the single barrel master distiller's pick.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's so
Yeah.
so the
I'm
other
looking forward
two, there's not a lot of caramel. It's mostly brown sugar involved. This brings caramel. This brings burnt toasted caramel. Man.
Lots of
The
caramel.
finish might be one of the best finishes that I would want. It's just pure caramel.
It's got a tartness like a tart apple too. It's like a caramel apple.
That sounds really good.
It is. It's like
I can't wait to try it.
it's like a baked apple pie.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Have you ever? Sam's Club has those caramel apple pies. That's exactly what it tastes like. It's the apple pie with that buttercrumb crust on top, and it's got caramel drizzled on top.
Do the inhale
Those
like
cinnamon
it's,
apples.
but inhale and it's almost like a wintergreen, like gum freshness.
I'm not getting that.
Oh,
Wow.
I have an apple pie moonshine that gives you when you breathe in, it tastes like caramel, and then when you breathe out, it tastes like apples here. When you guys come down, when you fly in, remind me, and I have one, and I'd like to compare it to this because I feel like the caramel and the apple are there, and it's fantastic. It's one of the best things. It's from Sugarlands.
Yeah.
So I have some crazy stuff down here we get to try. I got a whole lot of stuff. So
well, everybody
we'll
out
have
there,
some
when
fun
you're
later.
talking about Matt, and we're going to let's just end the audio podcast real quick, and then we'll keep going a little bit longer on Facebook and YouTube. But when you're talking with Matt's podcast is different from ours because of its diversity of all spirits. We're talking about distilled, we're talking about brewed, and even sounds like he might even bring in a couple of wines here or there, but hasn't yet. But he's tequila and hasn't done vodka, which I hope he never does. But if he does, I'll forgive him. And but you want to check Matt out because our vibe is a little bit different than what Matt's vibe is, but I dig Matt's vibe and he digs our vibe. So overall, it's just a really kind of a cool thing. But you can if you're going to listen to two podcasts, you want to listen to Cleveland on the Rocks and the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. So thanks, Matt, for coming on tonight. Thanks, Super Nash. This Peerless, I mean, honestly, they're right down in Louisville, really close to that whole Louisville strip. It's just within
it's right on the end of the strip, right past Michter's there. And I mean, a cool distillery gift shop and all. Check it out once you
I'm
get
gonna
down
stop
there.
there the next time I come down because I've never been to Fearless myself. So I think that'd be
Oh,
a good
yeah.
stop.
Well, that would be
Yeah.
cool.
Stop at a whole bunch of places on the way, but I've never hit there yet.
Well, I'd like
It's
to
a half-
when we go
It's
down.
probably only a half a mile past Michter's distillery down there.
Well, I've been there 3 or 4 times in their gift shop, but we know John Waddell and we know a couple other people. I've never met the master distiller, but John, we got to get him. We got to both go down and get him to show us around with CT and Super Nash.
Yeah.
Maybe I try and make that happen. After the Christmas party, Matt, me and Nash the next day. Are,
Early Saturday morning, we're going down.
We're going down to
Headed down to
Kentucky for
Kentucky for a couple
Saturday,
days.
staying the night Saturday night, and then I'll be coming back Sunday. If you want to drive along with me, it's open.
Let me check with the boss, but I think that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, that would be a good time.
Before you sign us off, I have a bottle here that they just dropped me off that I think you guys want to see before you sign us off.
See, that's the difference right there.
My buddy brought your. What's that?
That's the difference. You got buddies coming all the time. You start a video and you throw it out there, and like 10 people can show up at your house.
Hey, I just want to say thank you to Sarah and to Russell, John, Walker, and everybody else that's tuned in too, because we've had a lot of people tune in. And
happy birthday to Drew! Long. Happy birthday to Drew!
Yeah, absolutely. Happy birthday, Drew.
We can cheers, Drew. I got.
I can't quite read the label.
So it's got the little Scotchy Bourbon Boys sign on it here, and my buddy Jim brought it over that you met, and he has your Knob Creek Scotchy Bourbon Boys bottle that he brought me to cash with you guys on the live.
How did he get that?
We'll put it
wait. Who is it?
You met Jim. After we're off the cameras on things. Oh, there you go. I was gonna say, unless you want to, it's up to you.
When did you guys? When did you? How did he get the Scotchy Bourbon Boys?
I came to your house to get it.
Yeah.
He met you.
Was that
thing, Sarah? We might have to check into the group rates since you mentioned it.
Yeah, but was that when you came to my house? Was that before I was knowing Matt?
He was shooting with me.
No, I don't think you met. I mean, you knew Matt like online, but I don't think you guys met in person yet. And what happened was I missed the party or whatever you had, handed them out, so I came right to your house and grabbed this one.
Yeah, I remember.
And that's what he has left.
But seriously, you guys, that is I've been told that's one, like, by many people, that was one of the best Knob Creek picks they've ever had.
Yeah, and I only got one bottle of that. I was supposed to get like 6.
I've been brought to my house for tastings numerous times. I'm like, this is awesome. And then he brought the last over. He goes, Matt,
we have.
How many people do you have? I guess we can finish this.
This is probably going to be it today. Yeah.
Oh, you guys!
I figured I'd put that in at the end here, just to kick it off.
It's like I have 2 bottles left. That's it.
I've seen this bottle probably 10 different times. At least 2, and it's, you know what I'm saying. But he brings it out every once in a while. He'll bring it over. He's like, Matt, when do you do anything with Jeff? We got to show him this. And I'm like, okay. Well, today he was coming over and he brought this over. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. Oh, but yeah, it's got your sticker on it and everything. I feel like this is really cool. I'm gonna take this sticker off of here after the bottle if he lets me, and he does take it home and stick it on my wall of stickers that you've seen with all my glasses in it, and it'll have a Scotchy Bourbon Boy sticker up on the wall here.
That's cool as fuck. But at the same time, that bottle, just you guys taste it right now. It's just like, now you're talking about, it's been in the bottle, it's been open, it's been able to pull off some time. I mean, damn.
Yeah, all the ethanol has evaporated, alleviated from the bottle. So now you're left with all the great flavors of it.
Got open up.
Let's see if I can pull.
Okay. That's cool. Are you? Jeff, I need another sticker, buddy. You said I can't have it.
I've got stickers.
You do have the stickers?
Yeah, I've got stickers. They were just, I had them
printed. Don't forget to give me one at the Christmas party then, because I need one for my wall. Or bring it up when you come to see Nash.
No, just what you got to do is just hit Roxy up for it.
Oh, he needs to bring one up when he comes to see me that morning. That way he can stick it on the wall.
Sure.
Absolutely. I'm with that, Nash. See? Good call.
Yeah. That makes it even better.
Man, that's an
Stick it
honor.
on the wall and I'll sign it.
That's an honor.
All right.
So Nash,
Yeah, so now I'm gonna have a picture and it will be on a reel of Jeff putting the sticker of the Scotchy Bourbon Boys up on my glass cabinet right here. You can see some of it. in the
Yes.
video.
yeah, you send that reel to me too. I'll make a reel
Oh, yeah.
and a short and everything. All right, everybody. While Matt and is it James?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. While Matt and James and whoever else is back there, while they're doing that, cheers to everything. I'm gonna put some old Carter in my glass. And everybody, thanks for watching. Scotchy Bourbon Boys, www.scotchybourbonboys.com for all things Scotchy Bourbon Boys. And remember, remember,
ScotchyBourbonBoys.com
for all things Scotchy Bourbon Boys, but also we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, Apple, iHeart, and Spotify. Remember, like, listen, subscribe, comment, and leave good feedback. And then also, good bourbon equals good times and good friends. Make sure you drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive, and live your life, Nash.
Uncut and unfiltered.
Damn right.
All right. Little Steve-O will take us out. Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers to the Scotchy Bourbon Boys and Cleveland on the Rocks.
And Cleveland on the Rocks.
Don't go anywhere.
Cheers.
We're just finishing up the audio.
Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, if we don't find the next whiskey bar, I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die.
All right. Everybody on Facebook and YouTube, we're going to go a little bit further. Decent amount of people. Thank you, Walker, 100%. I'm going to throw that out because you were on YouTube and
I can't believe Walker said he doesn't have the Knob Creek Scotchy Bourbon Boys bottle.
he didn't know us.
Oh, wow.
Post pre-Walker.
That was pre-Walker.
Pre-Walker.
Pre-Walker. You got one pre-Walker.
Well, James is almost pre-Matt.
Yep.
I think we were both trying to get in on the bottle.
I got it because I like Knob Creek so much.
Yeah.
Knob Creek's like one of my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I didn't win one or something, or I didn't get one.
My winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
Hey,
buy one
James.
at that point. I was like, if you're gonna get one, we'll shoot it. It'll be fun. I met Jeff. He's like, and I don't know if I talked to you at that point yet. I don't know what came in that aspect, but I don't know if it was you have to meet Jeff because I met him with Tinder.
Cold when I went. So I feel like it was February or January, and then they came up here for the
March.
Yeah,
March.
Where we do the thing on St. Patrick's Day every year. So I did talk to you, but I didn't get that one, and it was right before the first edition we did of the St. Patrick's Day video.
Right. But what where you're talking James.
Drew said he's going to need one of those Knob Creeks as well, too. He loves that shit.
I love it too, but it's like it was like once again, it was a
Sold
short barrel.
out.
Yeah.
Although
Although Matt, if
went
you
down
could,
with me.
anything you could do to help me sell the Lillian or the Dalton, feel free. Because I need to sell half of what I have left, and I'll be happy. I've sold each.
I have your 2 bottles. I'm going to be meeting the rest of the Brunswick bourbon junkies here soon for a tasting. When I do meet them, I'll take them out there and they are and your notes on it. So I'll show them all it, and if they want some, I'll let them know they can purchase it. And then I'll even let them know that if you can even bring them to me in March when you come, or we can, I don't know, we'll work out something where they can get them. But if anybody wants to buy them from their tasting group, because that's a different tasting group than like my buddies. Mine, I went
Yeah,
through
and
them
just let them know it
Yeah.
is discontinued. They will never ever get any of those bottles again.
Not with Alan's stamp.
Yeah.
I have the first edition one over there somewhere.
Yes, you do. The Dalton.
I do. I have the first edition there, and then I have the second one here, and then the Lily and Sinclair there too. I do take those to tasting sometimes when we go there, and I do show up to my buddies, and we all try them. They're 3/4 of the way full still, though.
So the Lillian is definitely a unique palate. But if you can get people who are looking for different stuff, it's good. But the person who loves Kentucky bourbon, it's not their thing. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I think the William Dalton was more my favorite of the two.
I will agree 100%. But that passion project that Alan did, it's part of me. I just need to. I don't mind holding on to 1/4 of each barrel. You know what I mean? Because I think down the line it's going to have some value. Be able to, because I don't know how much longer French Lick. They haven't contacted me at all. I'm going to be contacting them January 1st about the next part of the sponsorship. You know what I mean? I definitely push them, but what are they doing? I mean, for fuck's sake, I was talking to Laureline and she was distilling. I mean, we're talking about the wife of the son's owner was distilling after Alan left. So you got somebody who knows nothing about distilling opposed to Alan, who knows everything about distilling. And do you really think they're going to be able to keep that going? That's the question. But
yeah,
they've got 7 or 8 years of stock to keep going.
Yeah. It's a matter of how long they'll be going at that point.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Walker, what night? When are you coming in? I'm coming in on Thursday, the 26th. When are you coming up?
Is Walker watching this right now?
Walker's online, yes.
Walker, does this look familiar?
What I really need to ask is, when does our Airbnb start in Canton?
You know we're delayed.
Somebody comment on the top. Is Walker writing on here now?
Yeah.
I couldn't see any of the comments. I'm like, man, I wish I read stuff.
Yeah, he just said he's driving up on the 26th. Yeah, I'm flying in, but I'm flying into Cleveland. And we're going to be the day with Matt. And so we won't be back to Canton until that evening.
Okay, Walker, Cleveland's an hour away from Canton. So if you want to come up and hang out with us when you're, once you get there, just keep texting me the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're hours away. It's just 1 hour away.
Yeah.
Actually, Matt.
Yes.
Matt's just like 48 minutes away.
Sarah says she's coming up with Stacy.
Oh, that's awesome. Sarah, just make Shannon come. Make her come too.
Jim does like hookers too. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're reading the comments now. I didn't have that earlier.
Who likes
Walker,
Bookers?
Jimmy does like Bookers.
Who?
Drew says wherever I get there.
Drew says what?
Jim.
Drew
James,
said wherever
Jimmy
I
does
get there.
he likes Bookers. Oh,
Drew's
I'm sorry.
coming? Nash. Which Drew?
Drew Weldon.
He's coming?
Yeah. He says wherever I get there.
We'll give you Pat's coordinates.
Absolutely.
Hey Matt. Matt.
Yeah.
That Thursday you need to let Matt know. Kosa. See what he wants to do.
Yeah, Drew he's trying to make arrangements now. So
I'll be talking to him tomorrow. I'll have to make reservations with him so he can come down. I just need to know how many people.
Just keeps growing.
I see
but
that. That's why I didn't know.
Sarah just said that she thinks Danielle Davila is going to be joining us too.
Well, people need to respond on Facebook saying going. I know Sarah and Shannon and Stacy have, but that would be awesome. We need what's her name? What's the girl that was in Pennsylvania with us? What's her name? The writer.
Oh, Laura Patrizio.
Yeah, but you invite Laura to our podcast and Lou Bryson. We need Lou Bryson here too.
I need to invite Amanda Bryant.
Yeah, invite Amanda because JJ's from Canton.
Yep.
And then and then let's invite Veach. And
matter of fact, JJ has got family in Canton. I'm pretty sure he's probably already going to be there.
Are you
for
not
Christmas holidays?
Are you not listening to me? I said that.
What?
JJ is from Canton.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I'm saying. He's going to be there for. I'm sure he's going to be visiting family for Christmas there.
God,
so he'll probably already be in town
right now. If it wasn't, let's see what the temperature. Oh, it's 45. I might go smoke a cigar after this.
Awesome.
Hey, Matt.
You're smoking a cigar, then you call Greg Snyder because he picks up when we're on your patio. Greg, I hope you're watching tonight. I know I would call you too, but I'm like, I feel like if you guys do get in the call me too. Put me on a three-way with you guys. That'd be awesome.
I gotta put an order in for the Caper DMs, Caper Dries.
Cigars?
No, they're cigar filters. Those little inserts. Remember, I gave you one at
I did have one.
Yeah, at the tasting.
I got a guy that hand rolls cigars that comes into Cleveland from New York, and he comes and delivers these cigars to people's houses and like my buddies, and they're real good friends with them. These are some of the best cigars I've ever had. They're hand rolled. They're made in New York. They dip them in Grey Goose. This one is Grey Goose Vanilla Mint, and let me just tell you, it tastes like an Andes mint, and it's quite possibly one of the best things I've ever had in my life. I'm obsessed with these blueberry cigars I've been smoking. But
how can we get him to? How can we get him to dip them in some bourbon? Have him dip them in Widow Jane and bring him, or King's. There's a place, Kings County, in Brooklyn. Have them do that. So here's a story. I went to see my daughter when she lived in New York, right? And we went to a winery in the Red Hook district, and we walked by Widow Jane, but we stopped at Kings County. I bought a 200 milliliter bottle, but the bartender at the tasting room was a midget. Okay.
I don't think you should call them midgets. I think
little
they're
person
called
you can
little people.
It doesn't matter.
I think it's called little person.
Little person.
Yes.
Little person.
Yes.
He was a midget, but But when he served the tasting to me, I like little people. My name is Tiny. I have always been, I'm a large person who's loved people. And this little person or midget was in New York while he was serving me it. He lived 15 minutes from where I grew up. He grew up from. And we started talking. And when I got in Uber to go to where we were going next, I was in heaven because he served up the tasting. He did it. I would nothing more love to go back to that distillery and Widow Jane and do a tasting in New York. That would be cool if we left and we did that, Matt.
That'd be awesome. I mean, so you guys are just a short distance away then, right?
So James. Yeah. So James. Where are you? So what did you think of that bottle in its last pour?
Oh, I love the last pour is the best pour. That's cause it's had the time. Like I said, I brought it over here multiple times, Matt, but this last pour, the best. I remember it. Yeah,
It was really, really good.
Are you coming to the Christmas party?
I'm gonna try.
If you come to the Christmas party with Matt,
earlier you said January 27th. I was like, oh man, I could probably make that one, but I think it's December 27th, right?
Yeah, it's Friday, December 27th. But if you make it and you come down here, I will open the second last bottle of the pick. And we'll get together. Knowing you love Knob Creek 9. Oh, God. It locked up. Hold on, Matt.
Creek, the Claremont one.
What?
Oh, that's been my favorite bean product. The Hardin's Creek, the Claremont Hardin's Creek. That's been my favorite Jim Beam product.
I'll let you have the Claremont Hardin's Creek because I have it, but we're going to open the Knob Creek from the pod. I'll open the next bottle. I've got only 2 left of those, and I'll open that.
Good.
If you come down.
I look forward to it.
What was the other bottle you told me you were going to open after that?
What bottle? What?
What was the bottle that you told us you'd open on your last live or the live before that? It was one of those two.
I wasn't opening.
It had green on it.
No. That's not going to be talked about. But if you're here, Matt, you can have a sip.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited. So excited. I'm like beyond excited.
Look at Nash. She doesn't even know what we're talking about.
I'm sitting here inviting Laura Petruzio and Amanda Bryant and JJ from the Moonshiners to our Christmas party.
Tell JJ and Amanda to invite Tim.
That's some good stuff. That's awesome.
So
Jeff, can I get your top 3 pours at your bar for you that you would sit down and drink while you're cutting videos, you're doing whatever, sitting down there? What would your top 3 things be that you have at your bar that you could drink that you would pour for yourself?
So, Matt, I'm inviting you to come down to do a Cleveland on the Rocks from my bar.
Oh, sweet.
And we'll open. No, the top 3 pours from my bar.
What was it? We'll open which one?
Top 3.
The top 3 pours from my bar.
Okay.
I'm thinking. So nobody really knows this, but I love So there's never a time I walk down here and go, hey, I want to drink a rye over a bourbon, right?
Hmm.
People always talk about rye, but I like, there's some ryes I like, but they're not enough to like go, I want that more than bourbon. So there's not a night that I go up for my, like most nights I'll have a pour before I go to bed because it's cold and flu season. And I find that just a 1 ounce pour does wonders for the next morning, right? But
Absolutely.
there's a J Mattingly that I blended with CT that time. And I took it and I said, I called it It's Not Rye. So if you come down here, I will open that J Mattingly. That's the first one I will do. Because it didn't taste like a rye and I blended it. It's my rye. Then
This the one with the spiral wax that you
yep.
guys dipped in the video? Okay, I remember this one. Okay.
Yeah. And then the other thing is that I love caramel, but I love cherry. I've always loved cherry. So like I'm a huge fan of any caramel sundae, butter, turtle sundae, caramel and chocolate and pecans. But I also love maraschino cherries. And there's a Green River that Aaron Harris sent me that's just pure cherry. So I'm going to share that with you. Now,
Okay. That's awesome.
If you weren't on the bus tour, but you were, I would be sharing the last three pour as this, but look at that. I mean, fuck yeah. There's a unicorn on top of this bottle. Who the hell? Wait. Let's just.
You have to try that. It's actually really good.
No, but
It's actually really good. Even though the top part looks weird.
It's chocolatey as motherfucker. But
Chocolatey as a motherfucker.
But
That's a candy bar, ain't it?
I'm so getting kicked off YouTube tonight. But
That was a nigger.
but the last pour, I'll drink anything you pick. Because we're already opening me, Nash, CT, Whiskey, Roxy. We're already gonna open the bottle, and you're gonna have some of it too, what we talked about. But after that, I'll drink anything you want to drink with me. Because Matt, seriously, you're why I do this. Like Nash, the friendship that bourbon and whiskey brings. I mean, if you're drinking Irish whiskey on St. Patrick's Day in a Irish bar, how the hell aren't you making friends? I mean, I had just a couple friends. They're still my lifelong friends when I started this. And now I have 5 times as many friends that are equally close to my heart. People I trust and would give my life for. And it's something, and bourbon was the glue that led me to those people. And so I would say anything you want, that's here. We're on. So that's what I'd go with the 3. And guess what? It's happening. Right?
Just say that you want to do the stuff at your house. I'll come chew with you. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Last time there was a lot, right? I mean, there's no doubt. Mm-hmm. Although I have to admit that the next morning, Aaron texts me, how did I end up with this Michter's 10 and my Magnus is gone?
By the way, I have the picture of you guys trading, though. You guys shook hands and traded.
Oh,
I have
we
that
traded. But then afterwards, when I went upstairs, he was like, I found like a bunch of crap opened up and whatever. And, you know, who cares? I don't care. It's just like, if you want something from me and I'm not there, open it up.
That was a blast. That was a really fun night. It was.
And I was glad to host that because that's what it's all about, right? But this is something that I would suggest highly that you drink with me. Can you see it?
Is that 1924? Which one is that?
No,
That's the Kentucky
Presidential?
Bourbon Festival.
no, this is 117 Angels Share.
Your high angel share.
We're
17 April here, though.
hey Nash.
Yeah, they
Between
Yeah.
you and Lysen, we're cashing this 375.
Jesus Christ. I'm down. I'm down. Let's do it.
Dude, it's like there's this. So my favorite Old Forester is Old Forester 100 because it's a banana bomb. But this 117 Angel Share takes that to another level. But there's so many barrel picks that don't. There's so many Old Forester barrel picks that are so peppery. Same thing with Four Roses. I find Four Roses on in general to be too peppery. It's like a bitter pepper taste to me. But when I get the OBSKs, those are just phenomenal. So they do all their different things, and I finally found the OBSK. So anytime I see anything with OBSK, I'm just like jumping on it. And I'm going to tell Brent Elliott that. So,
Yeah.
so can you be on at 3:00 on Thursday or 4:00 on Thursday? 3:30 to 4:00 on Thursday.
You said
yeah.
We're going live from Old Forester.
Oh, you're talking about this Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. Our podcast isn't 8:30. It's going to be live with Brent Elliott at like 3:30, 4:00 for happy hour. You know what I'm gonna? You know, it's like I want to have happy hour with Brent Elliott. I'm going to talk about what we did at what Nash. Oh, what is that called? The bar in Frankfort when he showed up with his wife and his sister.
Oh,
The
on Maine.
what?
Bourbon on Maine.
Nope. It was the one with the political name.
Oh no. When we're downtown. I can't think of the name of it now.
I know. It's like, hey,
We were having a
Matt,
blast that night.
Mr. Mat Lysen. How old are you?
We'll be 43 in March, right after we do our live for St. Patrick's Day.
43.
23rd.
Okay. It's like just stay as early 40s as you can. Don't rush it. You're 40.
We golf a lot.
You're 42 now. You still have a memory.
I do.
The Commons. House of Commons. It's called House of Commons.
Hey, you guys look closely. This is what I wanted to give
Brent Elliott.
Brent Elliott. Yeah.
How old is that one?
This one is I believe from the 1930s.
Wow.
This one is from like the 1950s.
Save that for the next
Look
time.
at the bottle. look at the bottle. I mean, it's got like artwork on the bottle.
Hold it up higher. That's perfect.
Yeah, perfect pour, tack strip and everything.
That's
Now
awesome.
look at this one. This one, and look, it has a Wisconsin.
Hold it up
tack,
higher. Higher. Yeah.
a Wisconsin tack strip, but look at the fill. The fill's about half gone from it. But these actually went to Germany and came back from Germany. I was able to get this. My nephew, he's a chief warrant officer in the Army, and flies helicopters and all over there in the special forces for the Army. But he's been over there for about 10 years now, and so I kind of get these things. He knows that I collect old stuff and all, and every now and then he comes across this guy. He's got a guy that has this stuff, and he comes across these old bottles, and when I tell him something I want and he sees it, then he'll get it and he'll send it back to me. So that's how I was able to get these old bottles here. But this one, like I say, with the Wisconsin, the half full, that's from the 30s. This one here is from the 40s, and then this one right here is like from the 50s.
Yeah.
When they changed the bottles up.
So I'll tell Brent that you got him.
There you go.
Okay.
And then we'll set something up that we all meet together.
And matter of fact, I'm gonna take a picture of them right now
And send them to me.
Yeah, because I'm gonna take a picture with the
What was that, James?
with y'all in the back of the podcast.
Here. This isn't. I got an old Taylor that my dad gave me from the post.
Oh, wow.
The old war vets came and dropped up these. I don't know if you can see it because I can't see it myself. But I got an old Taylor.
Oh, that's awesome.
I got an old. This is from the 70s or 80s or something. An Imperial.
Yes.
I have a Golden Wedding. I have a handful of these. They gave me them in a Cuddy Shark box. And they were at the post when they were doing a war veteran thing. Like here's a PM one. I don't know what half of this stuff is, but they gave it to me for Christmas. I got a Melrose Rare 12-year. I got a Melrose Rare. I don't know what that one says, but that one. I got a handful of these too from all over the place. And I think that was about all that made.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
Bring the
Oh,
Taylor.
you got the old Taylor too.
Bring the Taylor when you come on the night of the Christmas party when you hit us
Just took
early.
a picture with these three old Four Roses bottles with y'all holding those old Taylors up.
Yeah, but you bring the old Taylor, that old Taylor. I've got this here, and I only open this with CT and Super Nash, and you're in there. You bring that. We're opening this and drinking that. This is our pre-drink before the party.
Hey, I'm down. Let's do it. I just kind of needed a reason to open it. I'm like, it's just been sitting here forever.
This is
I think yours
87.
Like either somewhere between 79 and 86 because we saw those at Revival.
Yeah, this was at Revival, and this was what my wife got me for Christmas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Now, Nash, do you still have the other bottle? Nash.
Which other bottle?
The bottle we opened with Old Taylor with Jonathan.
Yeah, it's sitting right up there.
Bring that with you.
There's two of them.
Show him.
I'm not gonna bring that.
Yeah, bring it.
Show it to you.
Bring it so that we all can drink it.
It's just something weirdly different.
Look at this. Look at this. 1960 what?
This is a
1971.
no, this is a 1970.
So
This is a 1972,
do you hear that? You hear that?
and that's what's left of it. I
That
opened this up. This was a fully intact strip when we opened this up. You see that, Matt?
72.
yeah,
Yeah.
Matt, we opened that the first night.
Check that out.
We popped the cork on that the first night, and I had a sip, and it
Well,
tastes
was
like
old musky.
yeah, it tasted like your
Like
grandmother's
attic.
attic with
Yeah.
mothballs, and I thought it
But
was
the
gonna
next
die.
night,
And then the next night, it tasted like fucking heaven.
caramel. I mean, just a caramel.
Bring that with you,
candy.
Nash. Bring that. We will drink that. You need to bring that. That
Check
is.
that out.
If you bring that,
Awesome.
hey
And
Matt,
that's
you
a-
bring
that's a
yours.
whole
I'll bring
750
mine, and he'll bring
milliliter
his.
bottle there.
Look at that shit. We will be
Sweet.
drinking Old
sweet.
Taylor before the party.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah, we
why.
definitely got to get pictures of doing that. We could make a reel out of that. That'd be really cool.
Yes, it would.
And Roxy's not drinking, so she can hold the camera straight. See what I'm saying? It'll actually be a good looking reel. That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
All right. Here are two that were sent to me.
Horse.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
And then look,
up
Can you
up
pick that
higher,
this is
higher.
a Walker's.
You're bringing a Walker's for Walker.
Deluxe Bourbon.
Will Walker be drinking that?
And that is let's see. Trying to find a year on it.
But I appreciate it.
Yeah, do that another day.
Yeah.
That came with check. Steve check.
Thanks, Steve.
Oh my God. What are you minty? Really minty.
Feels like I brushed my teeth. Yeah.
Steve, mine are like that too, where they're missing like a quarter of
This
it.
is a 72.
Oh,
Walker's is a 1972.
See, I don't know a lot about my little ones. I have a Cuddy Shark box, and it's from 1980 something. And this old war vet found it in his brother's house when he passed away, and there was like a handful of little ones in it. And he goes, and he gave them to my dad, and he goes, "Hey, would Matt be interested in these?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he loves. So he grabbed it and he brought it home, and he goes, "Hey, we got you this for Christmas." And I'm like, "Oh, sweet." And I go looking at him, I'm like, "You got an Old Taylor? That's killer." So the Old Taylor has to be somewhere between the late 70s and early 80s ish, I'm assuming. And I'm only guessing. I could be totally wrong, and you guys see it and see something else. Like, I don't know. But I thought that one was kind of cool. Some of the older ones, like the Golden Wedding and the Melrose 12, and I got a handful of weird ones that I don't even know what they are. Like, I have no idea. The strip's still on them, but there's still juice missing. But
Yeah.
it's just really cool to have. They're up with all my moonshines that are signed by all the distillers that do stuff in Gatlinburg. So they're just really cool bottles to have in the middle of different bottles up there for me. So, but I could bring the Old Taylor down for your Christmas party as long as I remember to put it in my pocket before we leave. Like, it's, that'd be great.
Look at that shit.
Cuddy, oh my God, really? So
19.
this is the drink of my family on my family reunion.
Same
We don't
thing.
do the little bottles like you got.
My
We do
dad.
these ones.
My dad. 1973. That I got at Brad sold me that and gave me a good deal because my dad drank Cuddy Shark. So the next time I go to Florida, I'm bringing this bottle and opening it with him. But look at the fill on that. How much has gone?
Oh, that's awesome.
It's right to there.
No, he didn't.
What?
Brad did not sell you that.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Who sold me it?
I gave that to you for your birthday present.
Oh, man.
I can't believe you.
Jeff.
I snuck that out of there.
No, you.
Yes, I did.
I was drunk
Because
on
we
my
were in there
birthday.
talking about the podcast, and we had Cuddy Shark, and then I went up there looking for a bottle, And remember, your wife bought you the bottle of Old Taylor,
Yeah, that's what
And-
she gave me for my birthday.
and I gave you the bottle of Cutty Sark.
No, you gave me the bottle of Cutty Shark, and
I'm used to it. I know it.
you're not going to remember what else you gave me?
It's like a big scotch, but it's not a peach.
I didn't give you anything else.
Yeah, you did. So I bought the bottle of Cutty Sark, and you gave me Stag Junior Stag.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
You gave me
Ask your
both.
wife.
Did you give me both?
Ask your wife, and you ask Brad.
Did you give me
Because I
that
went up
Stag?
there and I got that bottle of Cutty Sark because you were talking about it, and that's why I got that bottle for you.
Well, you got it for me. Plus, you got me a bottle of Stag.
Yeah,
Don't even.
but I gave it to you at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival.
Yes, no, you gave it to me on my birthday after the bus tour. So you even forgot that shit. So I forgot that you gave it to me, but you did. Hey,
Yeah.
you're my brother, and are you going to come to Florida with me and share this with my dad? That would be awesome.
Yeah.
What?
No, that's something between you and your dad.
Yeah, but dude,
Scotch sucks.
you're right up with me. What did you say?
I'm just kidding. I'd love to. That'd be great.
I will let you know.
But I thought that was so cool because we had those old fashions. You remember you made the old fashions with the Cutty Sark? And you were
Yes.
talking about that?
Yes.
And so then when I was up there looking at all that old stuff, and then I got to talking with Brad, and then we sent you out to the car. She said, "You need to go down there and get the car and pull it up."
Yeah, I
was
remember
when-
that.
That was when we went up, and I got that bottle, and she got the bottle of Old Taylor for you, the little pint. And it was like, and then you never knew. You were like, "How in the world did y'all ever get this?"
Just so you know, Nash, send me away anytime you want.
Yeah.
So, but when you come up, this is yours.
Do I have to drink that stuff again?
Yeah.
I choked it down on the bus.
Hey,
Just for
hey, hey! You know, Matt, it wasn't it's not a choke down, is it? God, it's good.
To be honest, that's stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do too. Yeah. I purchased worse stuff.
Look at that, 91. It got a 91 on the World Whiskey Awards.
Got 3 awards there. It's got the bronze, it's got the gold, and then it's got that 91 on the other one.
And I'm serious. It is. It was
I was
worth.
just giving you hell about it.
I mean,
Because
goddamn, it was.
because
It's the
said it was
coolest
your
bottle with
unicorn
this.
bottle.
I mean, I'm gonna put this in my granddaughter's room. This cork.
That would be bad. That would be an influence.
What do you
There you
mean? An influence? Oh.
It would be alcohol influence, and that would be bad.
Why should my granddaughter not appreciate good bourbon and whiskey?
Walker says the worst problem is that we're going to need 3 days to try all the stuff we're going to bring for one night.
That's not true. Y'all seen me drink before. I got this. We're fine.
Hey,
And you're bringing
Matt,
your wife.
I'm with you, brother.
Hey,
I can
Matt.
hang.
Matt,
sir. I'm
you're
with you.
Hey,
you guys.
hey, Matt. I think they wrote a song about it. One night in Bangkok.
Damn right. You don't even remember where you're at.
Hey,
You'll wake
Matt.
up somewhere. You're good.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
Where's you should just re-rent the Airbnb you had when you were up here before.
Actually, we're gonna do that for your next bus tour, but I'm gonna do it the whole thing, and you're gonna show me how I get passes for the Kentucky Bourbon Festival, and then we're gonna stay for that too.
I'm talking about the Christmas party at Gervasi. Re-rent the Airbnb you stayed at.
We could do that house. Super creepy, weird, bro.
Okay.
Shauna was telling you about it. Shauna was telling you about that house. Like, so everything's from like the 1950s and 60s, and like from the era of they had slaves and different things going on, and it was a crazy house, bro. Like that house is.
Wow.
It sounds sometimes like people are walking like it's weird. I woke up in the middle of the night and had to go pee, and I get up to go to the restroom there, and it sounded like someone was walking in the hallway, and I'm like, yep. There's no one else in the house. This is crazy. And I walk through the house. I make sure the doors are locked in here, and I'm like, it was really, really cool, but it was really, really weird at the same point.
But
Like,
at the same time, if I would offer up my guest room at my house, you would have the same experience. My wife was like, she was doing a placenta, and she's like, "Are you home?" And I'm like, "I'm at fucking work." And she's like, "Who the fuck's walking upstairs?" And it's like we have Ring cameras to see who goes in any. There was nobody who entered the house, and she was sure as hell. She's like, "There's somebody here." It's like there's nobody there.
I'm usually not that person too. Usually it's Shauna to tell you that there's somebody walking around, but like I'm telling you, man, it's weird. Like
I'm always that person. That's me.
I was cool sitting out on the patio drinking whiskey, looking at the water because they have a big lake right there too.
Oh,
It's
they
really
do.
cool property, like really cool.
I mean,
But it's just different. It's a real different vibe of
it's
in the middle of nowhere.
You know what it is? It's the goddamn Canton vibe. It's the Canton
Right.
vibe. So you
Hey,
should.
Jeff, earlier I wanted to ask you one thing. Which did you like better, the double oak or the toasted barrel?
Shut the hell up. The double oak blows the toasted, but the toasted is good for the price.
Blows the toasted out of the winter. Okay.
What?
Okay.
That don't make sense because you got both of them for free.
Wait, the price of free for you? This one, the free one blew away this free one.
Man,
yeah.
Hey, Matt,
So
90% of what I taste is free.
I don't know.
So Nash.
Matt, I see you caught that. I'm glad somebody else did besides
Nash,
me.
what's your bourbon of the year this year? What's your bourbon of the year? Nash, what's your bourbon of the year? What are you bringing to the table?
One of them is the 10-year. Victor's 10-year.
I've got that.
Well, I don't need to bring that bottle.
Nope.
This year. Go. It's different though because it's from different barrels and
Look what I got. So I got this sample.
I think the other one is going to be Four Roses. The Four Roses.
You're talking about you're talking about the 2024 small batch.
Do a lot of Booker.
The 2024 small batch.
Some reason I'm losing you, and it's probably because I got the rainstorm is coming down.
Yeah,
now.
I lost you for a second, but the 2024 small batch is what you were saying.
24 small batch. What
is that? Your bourbon of the year, or was it another Four Roses?
No, the limited edition barrel.
Where was that?
That's the one me and you got at when we waited in line.
Which was the OBSA.
Yeah. No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the 2024 small batch. Brent Elliott
This
small
is not
batch.
small batch.
Yes, it is.
This is the limited edition barrel strength.
Yeah, limited edition barrel strength small batch Brent Elliott. Wow.
Yeah, small. Yeah, it is small batch. Yeah,
I know. It was just not. It wasn't a barrel pick. It was a small batch. Yeah. I like that. So that's what you're picking.
No, I don't have to bring them. You got both of them.
I got both of them. Now I'm gonna put up Master Distiller's batch from Kentucky Bourbon Festival.
I think that would have been key.
And I'm going to put Old Granddad 16 up there.
Really?
Did you
Any
have?
idea what CT is going to put up
No.
for whiskey?
Oh. Now, I got sent this sample. So my
Can't go in
next.
there.
What?
I had one of those.
It can't go in there unless we all get to taste it.
Look, it's right there.
Okay.
I got a sample sent to me from a guy who said he thinks it's the. So I have to put it in there. So, Matt, what would be the best bourbon this year of 2024 that you've tasted?
My favorite pour that I had to buy 3 bottles of would have been Larceny's B batch of this year. Bypassed everything else that drank. And I've already went. This is my 3rd bottle of it.
Is
this
it
is what's
the
left.
barrel proof? Is it the barrel proof, Matt?
It is. It's the 25.4. I've went through 3 of these. I love this bottle. It tastes like cinnamon. It's like an overproofed bottle of Penelope Rio to me. And it's very cinnamony. It tastes like you got the yeast, you got the bread. It tastes like a muffin. I love it. That would be my go personally, only because I had to get 3 of them. I've not had another bottle that I've had in here that I had to go buy numerous bottles of, and that would be my go.
See, the last barrel that I've got is B521.
Oh man.
Yeah.
See, A122 is my favorite batch of all time, but that wouldn't be mine from this year because that would have been when I tried years ago.
You see
But
this?
the B524, yeah, it's the, I don't know if I can get it close enough, but the B524 of this year was beyond my favorite thing, and I kept going through it. Yeah,
See,
it's an
I
old
had
one.
I don't think I've tried. I don't think I've tried the B524 because I bought like 5 bottles of this, and this is probably my last one. But I shared this with a lot of people too. But this is what I got left of it.
So, Matt.
Yeah, I mean,
over the
Matt.
last couple of years, I've shared this with a lot of people because this was phenomenal.
Matt.
And this was 121 proof.
Matt.
Oh, okay.
Let's
Yes.
get me a sample that we can taste once we start doing bourbon of the year, because that's what you're picking. So get me a sample so I can let them taste it before, and we'll consider it.
Yeah, I mean, I can bring you guys down the bottle or something. This is what I have left.
I can pick up a bottle.
That's all.
I can pick up a bottle in the next day or 2 and ship it up.
You can get the B524 up here.
Yeah, because I've seen
Hey,
it on the shelf.
hey, Nash.
A couple of places.
Hey, Matt. That's why he's Super Nash. It's just right.
Stuff. He's doing it.
If you're gonna get, hey,
because I got to ship up these Christmas presents and Jeff's Christmas presents and Rachel's Christmas present and all that here in the next few days anyway, and I've been seeing it all over the shelves. I just hadn't picked it up. I've had this open and all this other stuff. So
can you open it and take 3 ounces out of it and then send it to Jeff, and by the time they exactly probably about where mine is, because this bottle we opened 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah,
that'll be exactly where mine is at, and it's dead on that cinnamon, and it's right there. And I really like it.
Yeah, I'll definitely do it because I want to taste it anyway, and so that's what I'll do is pour a couple 2 or 3 ounces out of it in the sample bottles here, and that way it'll let it set a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. This is probably one of my favorite things here. I don't know why.
hey, Matt.
We'll find out.
Matt,
Find out. Yeah.
I'm not getting you in trouble, right?
Sorry?
I'm not getting you in trouble, am I?
Trouble is what?
Your wife?
To be honest with you, my phone's recording us. So if she's texting me, I don't know yet.
Jesus.
I don't think so.
We don't know yet.
If I'm in trouble, I don't know it yet. I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like probably not. She liked you though. She thought you were super cool. So I'm
She's
hoping she'll come down and come meet Roxy and come eat some bourbon balls and do stuff. So
yeah, she should hang out
Well,
with Roxy because
Jeff, are
Roxy
you interested in knowing what I picked up in Georgia today?
Yes. What
imagine.
bookers
you get that.
in
I'll be right
Atlanta? Watch this, Matt. Because what happens in Atlanta stays in Atlanta, but comes to Ohio.
After Atlanta gets it, right? Because we follow. We follow.
We're talking about bookers. We're talking about bookers here, like old ass bookers.
Oh my God! What did he pick up? One from like 25 years ago.
We're about to see.
All right. So you know that I hadn't been able to find the Wild Turkey 70th anniversary.
Yeah, the 70th anniversary.
Let me work out.
Yeah. So
You got it?
Yeah. Was $69.95 too much for that?
It was a $50 bottle here, so paying $19 for getting it. No.
I paid $20 more for it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
That was a
What's
70th.
that? Here it comes.
Yeah.
And you got a traveler.
I just sent Jeff a picture of 4 of those in a row at the bar here when we were doing a tasting last week.
Yeah.
These are good.
It was sold out. My guy here in Anderson, he sent me a text and he got 2 cases of it. I was working out of town at the time. And so I said, well, I'll pick one up when I come back. Well, by the time I got back and all that, and then about a week later, when I remembered, I went by there. Oh, yeah, well, it's sold out. He said, I sent you a text, right? I said, yeah, okay, well, all right. So anyway, I checked a bunch of other places and been looking for it. And then we did the podcast on it right there at Thanksgiving. So I didn't have it. Well, I go way down about 2 hours away, way down this little Georgia town to a liquor store that's right off the interstate that I stop by every time I go down to Florida and all that. This place, I go in and talk to this guy all the time. And as a matter of fact, I got to go back and I'm doing his fire extinguishers and I'm going to take care of his fire extinguishers for free. Because I also picked up this.
Yeah, a goddamn rye.
Hey, it's a Thomas Handy rye.
Okay, so are you bringing up samples?
How about $179.99?
Are you bringing up samples? That's MSRP.
Yeah. Hell, that's a $400 or $500 bottle on secondary.
Yeah, but are you bringing up samples
all day long? Hey, I'll turn around. I mean, this rye is good if I don't drink it, which I got one open up here.
Wait, what year is the one that you have open?
It's a 21. The one that I have open is a 21.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I've never
so
seen
I mean,
over here. They go into a lottery and I never win them, so I see them online. That's about as far as I
Did you win the lottery this time?
which it's like this. It's like I got a backup bottle of William Lou Weller in there.
Yeah, bring the backup bottle. Leave the Thomas Handy. Hey, Matt. Matt.
Yeah.
I won the lottery for the first time.
I'm fixing to finish off the stag and open up a new bottle of stag.
Bring the stag.
Yeah.
Was that on the piano in Kentucky? Was that the one that was on the piano in Kentucky or no?
No, I gave that bottle to Chris.
Yeah, that was a whole bottle.
Put it on the piano and you guys, because he gave me 2 different years of those out there, Steve. Yeah, you want to try this? And I was like, I kind of want the Rio if you want, like that'd be cool. But he goes, no, try these, and I'm like, okay. And we drank those instead.
Yeah, that bottle of George T. Stagg that was on the piano, We opened it up. We all did a toast, and whatever was left, I sent home and gave to Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which you
Because-
left.
because heck, I got another whole bottle, like I say, in my closet in there.
His
Yeah,
closet.
he poured us that.
It's
when we
just
first
like
walked in
it's
the house.
just like that bottle. That one
Oh,
I
that's
just
awesome.
opened up a couple of weeks ago, and I still got another full bottle in there.
Yeah, just rub it in.
Dude,
That's why.
Yeah. I know,
Well,
super
that's-
nice. You do for stuff, man. You be doing it over there. That's awesome.
Hey, that's what, like I say, I travel and put these miles in, and I talk, and I keep going by these places, and like
So-
I say, I'm.
So
When
know what
pick
I
these-
won?
when I pick these bottles up, it might be $20 or $30 over MSRP, but
Which is
like that time
it's
of
fine
day,
at that point. Even.
if I don't drink it, I'll wind up trading it, for
Matt.
something like a stag or something that I do want.
Matt,
Yeah.
I won the lottery for the first time.
See, what did you win?
I won at my store too. My store,
That Parker's Heritage.
that
Oh,
the
yeah.
14-year-old
14
single
year.
malt with finished in bourbon barrels for 10 months. We'll drink that on
let's try this here.
Friday
Yeah,
night.
and it is finished in
Like
the,
this one?
is it finished
Hey,
in
James.
the Madeira cask? It's finished in the Madeira cask, I think.
Are
I
you
think it
coming
is.
to
I
the
think you're
Chris?
right.
Is James coming with you?
Try real hard.
Jimmy, you
See-
coming?
I'm gonna try real hard.
He said he's going to try real hard. I think.
Yeah,
that's like a
because
hard
if he
thing.
hits here by 6 o'clock on Friday, we're opening the Knob Creek Scotchy Bourbon
Matt?
Boys.
It's like
Yes.
on Black Friday, right here in Anderson, this beverage outlet, there wasn't but like 30, 35 people showed up for his allocation. And I got picked 7. All right. The George T. Stagg and the Old Rip and the Special Reserve 12-year got picked, and the Thomas Handy. Those 4 bottles got picked before I went in. And then Birthday Bourbon, that was the 5th one. And the 6th one was
All solid choices.
it was something else that was pretty good. So when I went in there, he had Weller Foolproof I could have picked from. EHT was single barrel, small batch. Had 2 bottles of that's Parker's Heritage Special Reserve. I've got tons of small batch and tons of E.H. Taylor single barrels in there. And I wasn't quite sure about the Parker's Heritage and all, and he had 2 bottles of that. I could have picked from that. And then the only other really good bottle other than, and I've got plenty of Weller's Foolproof, like single barrel picks and all. And the other bottle was the Weller 12. He only had 1 bottle of Weller 12-year. I would have took it. And then he had 2 bottles of Elmer T. Lee and 2 bottles of the Parker's Heritage, and then had all these other little store picked barrels and all. And so when I got picked 7th, I picked the Elmer T. Lee and got it. Got it for
That's Jimmy's favorite
$49.99.
bottle right there.
Look
Yeah.
at
Jimmy's favorite bottle is Elmer T. Lee. That is his
Oh, wow.
go-to. That's what
Hey,
he loves all
I
the time.
got it at MSRP, $49.99. Well,
That's awesome.
I
He got 2 of them
stuck
right
around.
there.
They did it. There was only 35 people, so we did a second drawing.
Mhm.
So the next bottle I got was the midnight. I got picked like 4th out of the second drawing, and so there was a midnight. What is it? The midnight.
yeah. Bring that with you.
Midwinter.
We just got a taster of that. Jimmy just picked up a Midsummer's Night Train. He just poured that.
Yeah, I
Midsummer
never
Night's
tasted
Dream.
that. I've never tasted that.
Oh my gosh, that is
Bring
good.
that.
I opened that bottle-
Bring
I
that,
opened
Nash.
bottle up that night.
Nash, fly that up.
And I got that bottle, and then I got the
Have so many cooler ones out there.
what was the other couple of bottles I showed you, Jeff? The
Where?
those grain to barrel. The Buffalo
Ranch?
Trace grain
Oh
to
yeah,
barrel.
yeah, the Heaven
Bourbon.
Hill. I've got that
Bourbon
here.
and rye. I got one each of those.
I've got the bourbons.
Yeah, I got the bourbon and the rye because there was
Oh, yeah,
another
we
guy
got one of
standing
those.
there with me, and I interviewed him standing outside. I was like, "Hey, we're outside Beverage Outlet." I was talking to him. He's like, "Hey, you want to do an interview right quick?" I'm with Scotchy Bourbon Boys. Yeah. And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna stand in line just to see if I can get something else." And he got picked right before me. He got picked like third. I was picked fourth on the second round. And so he goes in. He's like, "Well, I don't think I'm really gonna get anything else." Oh, I got the Willet 8-year wheated. That's the other bottle I got.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Will it?
Good.
That's the
Yeah.
Purple Talk flat bottle, right?
Yeah.
Did you
Purple
like
Top
it?
Black
Did you
bottle.
open it?
Yeah, I've already
you-
opened it. I got it right here.
Do you like that one?
Yeah, I think it's
see,
good. That's one of the few Willets that I like.
See, Jimmy had that one. He wasn't a fan of the Purple Top, the black bottle, but he's like the super biggest Elmer T. Lee fan I've ever met in my life. Really, he's real big on that.
I didn't
I'm
know,
not a
but when I
like
put that, I was looking earlier, but I got like 2 other bottles of Elmer T. Lee. I didn't think I had any Elmer T. Lee left, other than the half bottle that I got sitting
Do you
up
guys
there.
have Hancock's
And
Reserves?
so that's why I picked the Elmer T. Lee.
I was gonna try and do everything from Nashville 2 on a video, but I don't have a Hancock's Reserve. Do you guys get that out there?
What's that?
Hancock's Reserve?
Hancock's Reserve? Yeah. Oh yeah.
You guys get that out there all the time?
Yeah.
Because we
yeah,
don't,
plenty of
we
it.
don't ever get.
What is that?
we
I've
don't
never
get
even
anything
heard
on
of
the
it.
shelves. So that's the last Nashville 2 from Buffalo Trace thing that I've had it, and my wife won it in a basket she won, and I drank it and didn't have a clue what it was. And this was, mind you, 4 or 5 years ago. But yet now I'm like, man, I really want one, and I can't find one. They're single barrels. Hancock's Reserve is Nashville 2 from Buffalo Trace. I'm trying to find a full bottle so I can do a video on it with the Hancock's Reserve and everything else. Yeah, you got one right there. That's what it is. I need one of those.
But they also they
Bring
also just
samples
come out
of that
with another
shit.
One, just recently, I want to say it's like Hancock Reserve, like 8-year or something like that.
There's an extra aged one. I don't know what the age statement is, but you're probably right.
Yeah,
there is an
it's something
extra
like
age statement
that.
for that.
They just come out with it. But yeah, they got a lot of this around here.
Bring one. Bring one
I'll
up
tell you
to
what, you're gonna have
us.
to message me and see how much that is, and I need one of those because I want to do a Nashville 2 video on all the Buffalo Trace stuff, and I think
Okay.
that'd be really cool to have everything from the lineup.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Look at
Yeah,
this.
okay.
I opened
He's
this
got an Elmer T. Lee.
$300
I got the Rockland
bottle.
Farms. Rare
My son-
Perfection. Look at dude.
My son
I like that.
was home for Thanksgiving and he wanted this opened. So it's open, guys, and ready to rock and roll.
That's a 15, isn't it?
Oh, it is so good. The 14 that came out was good. And then the next year, the same batch that they saved of the 15,
That knocks Rare Perfection out of the water.
bring it, Nash. We'll do we'll duel.
You know, I picked that up.
Yeah, that was that same time, but I tasted that and I tasted this and I went with this.
Yep.
So Jeff, do you remember the first time I came down to the bus tour with you guys?
Yeah.
And Chris's favorite bottle was the 14-year Rare Perfection. It
Yep.
had a different color. I think it might have been blue.
No,
We drank
you're
that in
right.
the fireplace the first time we drank and smoked cigars.
Yeah, that 14-year was fucking phenomenal. I had it too. But last year, the 14 that went to 15 is what this is.
Hey, I have to try that. That sounds
Oh, you
fantastic.
do have to try this because this is on a level of insanity.
I'm with that. So Chris introduced us to that bottle out there. I saw a 13 and a 14 in the store. I showed him the picture at the store, and he goes, "Man, I have the 14 in the house. You want to drink it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." So we're sitting out by the fire. Chris brought that out to the fire. You brought cigars out. We sat there and smoked cigars in this till 2:00 in the morning. Like, it was awesome.
Yep.
We had all kinds of fun stuff out there. It was a blast. That was the first
It
time I
was.
came out to your guys' house when you did the bus tour. That was amazing. It was really
Yep.
fun.
I just poured this little
Walker's
bit.
right. He corrected me. It wasn't Buffalo Trace. It was Heaven Hill grain to glass.
I've
the
got
two
it.
that I got. The bourbon and the rye.
I've got the bourbon. Don't bother bringing the rye.
Oh, I'm making up samples. You said you want to do a rye podcast, so I'm gonna do every rye that I have, even a rye that I got from Stolen Wolf.
Are you bringing it up and we're going to do it while in it Thursday and Friday? We'll throw
we
a
ain't
rye
gonna have
podcast in.
No, this is January. We're talking January.
Hey, Nash, you need
Yeah.
to make multiple trips up here now that I have a bed for you.
Hell yeah. That's why I'm not doing it this time, because you didn't offer the bed to me this time. You're making me bunk with Walker at an Airbnb.
That's even better. That is even better. Walker.
I know.
How can you go wrong
I
with
know. We're gonna have more liquor and people at our house than you are.
you after the after party of the party is going to be phenomenal this year.
Oh, I know. It's going to be amazing.
You guys, I've got the Packer Village set up. I got it set up this weekend.
You want to pour some? No.
Finish that now.
Ready?
So, James, Knob Creek's your wheelhouse?
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
so give a shout out to Pawando Bunkenrod.
From what?
He's watching.
On what? I got no comments after John Ritt.
Wow, live on Facebook.
But James,
Any comments on any of this?
what? Overall,
Walker Steady been talking.
I got an hour ago was the last comment I got from Walker.
Are we still on Facebook right now?
Oh, we're on Facebook and YouTube.
You're still on Facebook?
I'm gonna go back and then come back.
I haven't seen any of the comments. My phone's over there. I have no idea. My wife could have texted me 10 times. I have no idea.
Mostly Walker.
My phone's over there.
Walker.
I have no idea.
And I hadn't been able to keep up.
That's because he's asking for his cup. It's right here.
Mostly
I
Walker.
have to walk.
Walker.
The last
I hadn't been able to.
the
keep
last
That's
comment I
what
got
asking for
was
his cup.
John Ritt.
It's right here.
I've
Mostly
got a
Walker.
batch
Up.
14.
Walker.
The last
I hadn't been able to.
the
keep
last comment I got was John Ritt. Wait, where does
I
that
got
come
a batch
from? 14.
Walker.
The last
I hadn't been able to.
the last comment I got. What is going on? Wait, where does that come from?
It's an echo.
The last Hold on, I'll get this under. Where does that come from?
It's an echo.
This got to be coming from you, Tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, Walker said, yeah, and we had the old Fitz BVS 13 before the campfire too.
Can't wait to check.
I'm just trying to check.
Close over or done the next time. He's definitely trying to look the next.
Oh, there it is. Next Tuesday, party podcast. Cheers, brother.
We should do that. We need a party podcast before the Christmas party, bro.
Oh my God. Let me see if I can just
You know
get
you-
this.
Oh, you want the? Hey, check this out. It's a viral drink when you mix
I
that
seriously
with
might be
no, it's the thing. It's
wrapping
the
this
white
up
ball.
good and
This
sending
and
that up too.
grapefruit grapefruit White Claw, which is supposed to be the worst one. They took the worst one and the worst one.
Worst White Claw.
Matt, have you ever seen anything like that?
That's
Oh,
a nice
right.
decanter.
That's really cool.
That is
So where's that
a
one from?
12-year Merita Spirits from Clifton, New Jersey. It's a Kentucky straight bourbon anniversary edition, Christmas edition,
That's really cool.
and it is full. So
Oh,
been saving it, and
that's really
so
cool.
I think it's a 12-year 90 proof, and I think I'm gonna seal it really, really good, and I think that's what I'm gonna bring up for us to toast.
Oh,
Jeff
What
tried
is
to
it?
Talk me into it a couple of
Show it
weeks
to
ago. I
me.
was like,
Show it to me, Nash. Nash, show it to me again.
It's really cool. I'll tell you what, we're gonna
That's an
cheers
old
you guys out
Fitz?
with, one of the stags. I'm gonna open one of the
What,
stags.
oh, is that old Fitz?
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
I have anything like that. That's super cool.
it's a 12-year 90 proof Merita Spirits from Clifton, New Jersey, anniversary Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
37.
What is Merita Spirits?
46. They go on there. I'm like, okay.
Look them up. They're from Clifton, New Jersey. It's old.
Okay,
That's
so
good.
you're bringing a winter bourbon.
All right.
That's
Here
what
you
we're.
go.
What's
It's
hey?
1973.
We're kicking this whole thing off with that.
1973.
So you're cracking it at Matt's, and then we'll just drink the bottle throughout.
Add it this way. Okay.
What did you think of that, Matt?
All right. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. That's killer. I can't wait. I've never seen anything like that before. That decanter looks way different than all the other ones.
Do you want me to bring?
We're gonna crack the newest bottle of Booker's that I have with you guys. So cheers to you guys, or the newest bottle of Stag that I have with you guys. Yeah, we just did the Booker's video the other day.
Oh, cool.
This is a Stag 23B from this year. We're gonna cheers you guys with that one right here. Because I'm gonna have to get to bed too, because I gotta work at 5:30 in the morning. So
Yeah, it's getting late for me too.
Yeah, me too.
yeah,
This is
Hey,
insanely
since
fun.
the podcasts are always super fun to go. They go way beyond where the normal podcast goes and shuts off at 10, and it's always a super fun time. Like I love doing these. But we need a party podcast right before we need a party podcast right before the Christmas party to shut it off and go and just promote the hell out of everything. Like it'd be awesome. Just like a normal everyone talks to everyone type of thing. And like a no agenda type of deal.
So you got
Super
to
easy.
So
super fun.
Matt,
Yeah.
I invite people for the Christmas party is at 7. I invite a bunch of people to come at 6 to my house beforehand. But if you and James get here by 5, we'll do a Facebook Live that we'll promote from 5 to 5:30 before everybody gets here. Because we're going to do what we do that day is a 10 a.m., a 2 a.m., and then we can do a 5 p.m., a 10 a.m., a 2 p.m., a 5 p.m. So we'll do that. But you got to be here by 5 with Shannon, and she has to come.
I don't know Shannon. Shauna?
Shauna, sorry.
I was gonna say I don't know who you're talking about, but
Just slap me for that one.
yeah.
Now he's
Shauna.
in trouble.
Yeah. I wasn't in trouble before, Jack. You got me in trouble now. You see what I'm saying? You be doing stuff.
She has to be. You and her have to be here by 5, so that we precede the 6 o'clock crowd.
So let me see if I can get us there by. I'm gonna aim for 4:30. And I'm gonna
Perfect.
say we gotta be to your house by 4. So that way we're there by 4:30. It's
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah,
my job.
perfect. And then Rachel will take care of her and we'll do what we need to do.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Well, cheers, you guys.
Cheers.
Nash, I don't know where you're at. I can't see you on here, but I feel like you're here still somewhere.
He's gone.
Right?
He's 100%.
Oh, he's gone? He kicked off.
Where? No, he did not kick off. He's just an empty screen. You might
I
want
feel
to
like he's
wait.
still on your screen on. Oh wait, that's yo. I don't know when that reset is back. Okay, either way, that's fine. Jeff, cheers, brother. Always a
Cheers.
pleasure.
All right.
Hell yeah. All
Good
right, man.
night.
We will see you when Nash lands.
All
I'll
right.
see you guys here.
For sure. All right. I'm going to turn off YouTube.
It's on YouTube too.
Here we
Okay,
go.
so that's right there. All right, guys.
Good night.
All right, good night, man.